What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hot Mess Express podcast. Low-key, that should have been our name, but I just felt like that would have been too long, Hot Mess Express. Oh my God, we should have an after hours podcast called the Hot Mess Express.
Could you imagine? Like, we go out and then when we come back, we try to record.
Girl.
Oh, what a mess.
That's for the Patreon.
Yeah.
I do want to start this episode off by talking about a couple things. Last week, I love how... You guys know that I have ADD, and low-key, I feel like it's rubbed off on her. And I feel like she has ADD too, because I had said, she said something about like Sexy Red, right? And I was like, oh, speaking of Sexy Red. And then I started talking about something else. And then you had talked about,
I was singing Booty.
Yes. And literally that threw me off.
We never talked how she was going, 125?
She was on the news. She's pregnant, in case y'all didn't know. And she recorded herself and posted it to her stories that she was going above 100 miles per hour in her car. She was like this,
life is a highway.
No, she wasn't like, ski. And then people started posting all these memes of how her baby's gonna come.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny, though.
It was so hilarious. And I'm sorry, but I just love how we completely diverted from that topic.
I know.
Like, we were like, oh. Anyways, I just wanted to touch up on that in case you guys watched last week's podcast, which was... It was a doozy, y'all.
It was a long one for you.
Over 2 hours and 30 minutes. I don't think that long. We don't have too much to talk about today except for her juicy story, which we will get to at the very end. I feel like low-key, though, we got to tell like a bunch, because we got to talk about Laughlin in there. Oh, Laughlin. Oh my gosh, where I literally got gay bashed by my own aunt. She's not like really my aunt.
I had so much fun.
Oh my God, if you guys have never been to Laughlin before,
I had so much fun. We were on the donut that's attached to the boat, and
she was screaming,
and you hold on to the boat, and I was like, woo! We were jet skiing.
It was a good time.
I had so much fun.
Me too. I always have fun there.
We were just soaking up the sun, dude.
I was soaking up every drink that I could see.
Dude, we drank a lot.
So much. But before we get into that juicy story, which will lead into her ghosting story, which I do have to say, F that guy. But we will get into that, though. I do have a couple things to talk about. But first, I know we messed up. And at the end of the last video, we had said before we want to do a Q&A so that you guys can get to know us a little bit better. And I don't know if you guys remember, actually, on my main channel, I always used to do a monthly Q&A, which, by the way, I used to have people like leave hate like questions, you know, like how do you contour your fat bald head, like, and I would answer it. Well, I didn't tell them to say that. They just said it on their own, because I love a roast. I don't know if I ever told you before, it's literally my dream to be on Comedy Central. Like, I want to get roasted.
Oh, you want to?
I want to get roasted so bad.
Dude, I love how they say whatever.
Love that. Have you ever watched the one where like Amy Schumer was going in? Everyone hates Amy Schumer, but her roast, because she made fun of Steve-O was on there, and she like made fun about, I forget which one of
himself.
Not Steve-O.
No, the one that
died. Yeah.
Maybe, okay, I might be wrong. Maybe himself, he overdosed. He died some way.
Something happened.
Bam. No, it wasn't Bam.
No, Bam's like
Ryan Dunn.
Ryan Dunn. I forget. I don't know who it is. I don't know the members. I'm sorry, but someone did pass away, and like everyone was saying it was a good joke.
You're at a roast. All things.
No, so her joke literally was. It wasn't even talking about himself or like anything like that. She literally said, she was like, oh, poor so and so, I know you were thinking, oh damn, why did it have to be him, and we were all thinking, damn, why couldn't it be you?
Oh like, yeah, you know, like, that's a funny joke.
Yes, and they literally hate
I literally told you the other day, bitch, when I die, please make a mockery of my life. I wanted it.
I will make a montage of your life.
Do you remember what I told you? I said, when I die, I want you to post my nudes.
You did tell me that before, but we were tipsy, so I didn't think you were serious. And now you only had
like
2
not
drinks,
on my Instagram or something, but like on a private page.
But like, why do you want me to like back page?
No, but it would be funny, like, because she's dead.
But then they're gonna look at me like I'm literally soliciting you.
Well, then just put the video where this is me giving you permission to do it.
Hold on, I have to ask you, what do you get out of that? Like, why do you want that out there?
It's just funny, you know? Make my mom would be so mad.
Your mom would literally hunt me down and, like, probably... She would do horrible things to me, like shave off my eyebrow.
I want you to keep my phone going for a while, like text people and stuff.
Oh, now that I can do. I'd be like, hey, girl, just thinking of you.
Yeah.
And that I can do.
Yeah.
I don't know about posting your nudes, girl. I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Is it?
Is that considered necrophilia? Nude-crophilia?
I'm alive at the time.
What do you mean? But you're dead, though.
Isn't necrophilia like the fetish of like dead people?
Yeah, I know, but you're gonna be dead though, and we're sharing your nude, so then it'll be nudecrophilia. It's nudecrophilia. Like, I'm not saying I'm taking it while you're dead.
I get a lot of attention because I'm dead.
Did you make a comment the other day that you want me to do your makeup while you're dead?
Yeah. Even though I want to be cremated, but I did tell you to do my makeup when I'm dead. And
one thing I can never do is touch a corpse. I'm sorry. Like after being with my ex, I already touched enough corpse, girl. Like that was a nasty.
For me, you wouldn't do my makeup. That was like my one wish.
If it was like in your will and stuff, then yeah, I wouldn't. Like if it was in your will, I quite literally would stand in front of a podium. This bitch had the audacity to ask me to do her makeup.
But I will make note that he said if he ever dies before me, that I can have all your makeup.
Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah, no. I need everybody to know
all. That's all you want? Out of everything I have, all you want is the makeup? I mean... I'm all, girl.
I'm like, I'll take your... I don't know.
I'm all, girl, I got TVs, I got cameras, I got a car. Like, it's paid for.
I'll let Nate have everything. The cameras
no, stuff. Actually, in my will, with my bank and everything.
Nate doesn't want your makeup.
Maybe he does.
Maybe
he's a cross-dresser on the weekend.
Come on, Queen.
Girl, he's like Hagrid, and you're like, who's Hagrid?
I will have him as a geisha in Japan.
Well, it would be a sumo wrestler.
When we make our video from Japan, he's gonna be in it.
Nate will 100% be in it, which is my brother, by the way. We got off topic. We got off topic, girl. So the questions we were doing.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm sorry, but you look. This is just what you get, and I do have to say this is just us though, because do you ever realize when we're having like a heart-to-heart deep conversation, like in front of Falcon or whatever, and we see somebody walking by who looks like tragic, we're like, oh my god, why are they walking around with a wooden peg, but then they got a six-pack? Like what the hell? We get so distracted, and we're literally telling each other our life stories
and trauma dumping.
Yes. And then we're like, wait, what were we talking about? And we quite literally were talking about the
nothing. Did you want to drink?
Yeah. Hey, the liquor store is still open. Did you want to go or no?
We're drinking our new flavors.
I have the pack right here. So
new flavors,
as you guys know, it's our thing to try something new every single week. And the boba. The boba
was a miss. It's literally still there, full.
No, it's not. I threw it out.
Oh, you threw it away?
I threw it out.
You threw it away?
Yeah. I was like,
I'm like shook.
And
we would never do that.
Hold on, by throw it out, I gave it to someone.
Who'd you give it to?
They're probably watching the video.
Who the fuck did you give it to?
And I do have to say, this person, you know who you are, said it was good, and I was like, you can have it. Yep.
Who was?
Yessie. It was Yessie.
No way.
She did. She's like, oh my god, can I try some? So me and Rosa made her a little shoddy poo with.
What did Rosa think of it? Nasty.
Horrible. Yeah, she was like, no. Yeah. Didn't like it. And she thought it was good. You know, it goes for a specific type of person.
Hey, we're glad we could bless somebody.
Don't get the boba. This, though, I do have to say, this is not new to me.
No, it's not.
It is new to her. This is the brand new limited edition pack from Truly. Not me making it seem like it's a rare item.
I know.
The brand new limited edition.
I think first, a lot of people don't realize that Truly came out with
lightly flavored. I'm so glad you said that, because everyone's like,
because
Truly.
Our thing is we were stuck on Happy Dads for so long
because they're mellow,
because of the light flavor, and it's just like very easy to drink. So Truly came out with lightly flavored, which is a hit. On their regular classic flavors, the lightly flavors are a hit.
Well, they have a lightly flavored now, they have a bold flavor. So, say, for example, they have a berry pack in bold. It's for the people who like sweet stuff.
Yeah, because we don't like sweet. No sweet.
No, thank you.
Nothing sweet. I don't want to drink it.
This getaway pack, though, let me tell you guys, I already tried it, and I told her, I literally was texting her a picture of everyone, giving her my rating.
I said, I'm drinking that on Friday.
Yes. So it has the Tropic Like It's Hot, which is a tropical flavor, the Arctic Berry, the Mountain Paradise, and Desert Orange, and I've tried every one already, and this is the best flavor pack I have ever tried.
Okay, so what do I have? Tropic Like It's Hot?
I understand why you're drinking it out of a straw, but genuinely, don't you think that takes away like the flavor? I don't know. I feel like I won't,
but it's just because I have all this shit on my lips.
I know, but don't you feel like it tastes different? Am I tripping?
This, like you said, I think you told me that this tastes like a better version of the regular pineapple.
Yes,
and it does, because I do not like the pineapple.
Yeah, you don't. But do you taste what I was telling you? Like I taste pineapple, and then a hint of orange, and then a tiny hint of banana.
Yeah. I thought I taste like a coconut vibe.
You know what?
Pineapple and sweet.
Oh, it's so good. That's my second favorite. The pear. That's what I have right now.
This is my second from the pack. So I've had a pear in this.
Well, tell them how you feel about the pear.
The pear smacked, as I knew it would, because when you sent me the picture, I was like, sign me.
And Rosa was like, pear. And she
I
ended
love
up
pear.
loving
I love
it.
pear. Pear is an elite
I don't
fruit.
like pear the fruit though.
If you cut it up, well, yeah, I just like fruit.
No, I have a little bit of a horror story when it comes down to pear specifically, because when I went to school, and I'm not even exaggerating, I went to Leland Elementary in San Pedro, California, and there was a lunch lady who dead ass tried to force me to eat a pear because I was like, oh no, I don't like that. So when I was going through the lunch line, right, I had my little ticket because I was poor, you know, my little EBT card, the little
Free
yellow
food.
stamp. Yes, I'm like over here, and she's like, you need to eat the pear, and I was like, no, I don't want it, like, because I already knew, like, I'm not gonna eat it, so just take it. And she's like, you need to eat it, and she literally like scolded me for
Martha,
not eating it.
you need to chill.
No, and she's literally slammed it on my little tray saying I need to eat the pear, and I dead ass tried to take a bite of it, and I was like,
they're hard. Pears are hard.
yes, it was not for me, and that's why, you know, I don't like things in my mouth ever since her.
Okay, back to the questions.
Anyways, this right here though is a home run. She will give you guys her opinions.
I'm gonna drink. What do I need to drink? Berry and orange next.
Okay. Yeah, I love everyone except anything berry to me just tastes like medicine.
But this one is Arctic berry, so I'll give it a go next. And see.
It's not bad. It's my favorite berry out of any berry flavored drink I've ever had.
Yeah, because the truly wild berry takes the cake for the most disgusting.
No. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into our questions because as we were saying,
I screenshotted a few of the questions.
Yes, she has them. I don't have them, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We messed up. We dropped the ball, and we said,
we said
leave
it
us
like
questions.
at the end of 2.5 hours. I don't expect.
So there wasn't very many questions. So if you guys have a question to ask, please let us know.
But there was a couple that were really good. Okay, should I say their handle?
I don't know, unless they said, because no, normally people would put their name in there if they wanted their name.
Okay, well, I really like this question in addition to the lovely other questions. We only had like 5.
I don't even know the questions, girl.
Okay, this one I really liked. It said, how did you guys go about living in your 20s? So that's one part. Okay. And it said, I feel like I'm always working, sleeping, and never have time for a social life and fun things that align with my friend's schedule. Wait. Oh, gosh. Hold on. Wait.
Look at her dropping the ball. She's such an amateur.
I know, because I screenshotted it, and I tried to click more, but it's a screenshot.
We know what section she's under on Pornhub.
But she pretty much said... I love this question.
Oh my god, not her.
I like this question.
Well, then maybe you should have took a screenshot of it then.
I know, honey. And then
well, to answer the first part of the question, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean? Like, how did I go through my 20s?
Do you have any advice? She said, I always see my peers on social media living that life. And they said, do you have any advice for the girlies in their early 20s? Thank you. I love the pod. Okay. Take the mic, baby.
Okay. First of all, how did I go through my 20s? I don't. To me, that's a gray area.
I just got here.
Yeah, literally. I didn't mean to get here because
how old are you?
I did tell her before, and I'm not even being negative. Everyone who knows me knows that I have always said this. I feel like it sounds so morbid, but I genuinely never even thought that I would make it to my 30s.
You told me that you're not going to make it to 50. So.
But originally I had said I had thought, because I said my mind has changed now. Yes, I think
and
I'll make it to 50.
Don't have me on FaceTime talking about you're not going to make it to 70.
Well, my whole thing and the reason why I had said that is because I lived a very wild teenhood. How do you call it? Teenage years? Yeah. And early 20s.
Like adolescence, early teens.
The thing is just how I was making a comment before about how I was out in the streets at 14 years old. Like, I literally was. Like, so when it comes down to my 20s, as soon as I was, like, legally able to... Although I do have to say, because I've always looked so old my whole life, that I was able to get in anywhere, anytime. Like, there was never a question of me being able to get into a bar or a club, but I was very wild. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not comfortable just yet about saying what I was wild about. But I just
daddy.
No.
I know it's
yeah,
not
I was like, it's not that. I'm all being just straight up, girl. I've literally since you mentioned that, I've only had sex with 4 guys. 4. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to say my number now?
No, I don't. No.
I can count. I know mine is, it's like, I know for sure it's less than, it's definitely like less than 14.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I might be at 13 or 14 right now.
Okay.
I'm at like 13
I have to be honest, right hand to God. I thought you were in the 30s. For some reason, I was thinking...
No, I
don't think 30s is a lot.
But no, I know I'm not.
You know what's so crazy? For me being so virgin-esque, I genuinely feel like I'm so open-minded.
I was like 25, and I had barely been with 2 people. 25.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my whole thing, and nobody understands in the gay community too, is, well, one, I'm not comfortable with my body because I'm fat and hairy, so it's a double whammy. You know what I mean? But also, too, my parents have been together since they were 13. They're still together. So I'm like, dude, like the fact that they're still together, like I've always, even though they're toxic and crazy, they still have, you know, they're not toxic and crazy anymore. But
they're chill.
Out of their 36 years marriage, I would say only 35 of them were toxic. No, but for real, like I've always kind of like I've wanted that, you know. So
oh no, yeah, you really thought that much of me?
I don't think that's bad.
It's not bad, but I'm just shook.
Ma'am,
Like,
one of the guys on my list, he said I stopped keeping count after 250. So that's how I'm like.
No, I know a lot of people that the number when they tell me, I'm like.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't think that's bad at all.
No, I'm definitely.
Yeah, I thought 30. Like if I had to guess,
14,
I was feeling
15.
31.
No, I'm 14, 15, and I'll go home and like count. Because I know everyone that it was.
Are you sure? Because some you can't remember.
No, I don't remember the sex, but I remember that I had sex with them.
But what if you never really did though? Like, did you ever see that movie with like Anna Faris where she was like, damn, I forget the movie. Anna Faris, damn, and with Chris Evans.
No.
Damn, I forget the name of the movie. Or like,
answer the question though. How do you balance like work and your social life and partying?
Well, my work is very flexible. I have hit this point in my life though, honestly now, and I talk to my friend Rosa about this all the time, is to where she's basically like my only friend that's down to do this and that. Like she's living her life in, I wouldn't say reverse because we're still technically young, you know, to still do things. But
you talking about me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like all my other friends, for example, are like getting in relationships and simmering down and like having kids and whatnot, and I feel like you're barely getting a taste of life.
No, I feel like when I was in my 20s, like I told Tim today, my life now in my 30s, I'm 32, I'll be 33 in July. I have way more fun. I go out way more than in my 20s. In my 20s, I had my son when I was 23. I was trying to be wifey in a house, trying to like cook, clean, and have a man, and I did not go out. I did not like
literally ever. That's what I had said before.
And then after I left,
we never had. I remember meeting her when she was when I was 19. We have literally never been out up until I would say maybe 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago now. Mm-hmm. Never. And I've been friends with her sister since I was 10. And me and Genevieve have been wild since we were 18. Like, since we were 18, me and her were in them streets. I've never been out with you. I've been out with Valerie numerous times.
I never used to go out. Yeah. Never. And then after, like, okay, so I was with my baby dad. And I was just...
Well, can I tell you something,
I never gone out.
Can I tell you? And this is another thing, too, is because I was going to say, talking about friendships and going into the question, is I feel like it's difficult for me with a lot of my friendships is because a lot of them, honestly, just keeping it real, are stuck in toxic relationships where they don't let them... People don't understand. My friend Rosa is so good at this. Like, she'll have time away from her man. She'll have time away from her family. Like, I just needed a break. Let's go to the bar. Very, very healthy. Other people see that as in, like, oh, you're going over here. I need to go. Oh, you're going to dinner. I need to go. That's weird. That's weird. That's creepy.
No, the older I get, I have that viewpoint.
Dude, the thing is, even my parents, and I'm sorry, but my mom has, you know, my mom, she's like a very toxic person. And the fact that she let my dad travel the world alone, she went to Vegas alone. Like, I'm like, my parents can do it, then why can't these other couples do it? So I will say, when it comes down to that, like, I feel like, you know, I viewed you as that before I even knew you, just keeping it real. Because I even told Jenny before, and she was like, oh, she's wrapped up with her man. I was like, oh, she's probably toxic. Like, I dead ass always had that image of you. I don't think I ever told you that.
No, what?
Because I was like, why don't you ever come around?
I just felt like I was so young, and I was, and mind you, my baby daddy's 10 years older than me. 10 years.
And see, that's another thing, too. That's a power trip.
I was 21, and this fool was 31 when we got pregnant the next year. We were together for a year. But that's another story. But I just, like, I was so wrapped up in that. And my baby was little, and it's hard to go out when your baby's little because you have to put such a burden on somebody. Like my mom. My mom is the one that helped me with so much. And it's like, when you have a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, it's hard to leave the house. Now my son's big. He's 9. That fool will go to sleep. He ain't worried about it. Like, you know he's a big boy.
You know what I always say, too, about me is, like, I don't think people understand is because my mom was a teen mom, dead ass. Like, people think I'm joking when I say, like, my mom used to make me cook at 6. I would have to make my own grilled cheese. I would have to make my own TV dinners, my mac and cheese, whatever. I would have to cook it myself. Period. Like, I would have to do my own laundry. Dead ass. I'm not exaggerating. Ask my sister.
Yeah.
So that's why to me I'm always like, okay, but times were way different though.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
90s obviously compared
Yeah.
to now. But going back to that though, when it comes down to kids, I fully understand that. But if you're in a relationship with no
But now
kids,
it's like it. But now, okay, like you said, now because in before it's ignorant, and this is not a viewpoint that I hold still. But I had a viewpoint then, like, no, I'm his girlfriend. I can't go out. I can't go to the
Yeah,
streets. I can't
yep.
go to the bar. Ma'am, now somebody in the comments the other day asked, "What happened to Texas?" So I'm still talking to Dallas, and like I was telling Tim, I love that
Texas.
he's.
We never referred to him as Texas.
I know
It's
somebody
always
did
been
ask that,
Dallas.
yeah. But like I was telling you the other day, it's like he's doing dry January, so whatever.
Girl.
But like he's a part in like like we're dating. Well,
No, we don't know. You said
I
you
don't
know.
what you call
I was
it,
like,
like,
what
we're
did she just say?
dating.
She literally said, you know. I'm like, no,
And
I
it's
don't
just
know
like,
what you just said, girl.
I go out and like he's like, oh, are you having fun? He goes out. I'm going.
But
to
hold
Japan.
on, you guys are just talking though. It comes down to a different thing as to when people become official, when they become into a relationship, things change for a lot of people. For a lot of people, and then on top of that too, when people get married, things change too, which I think is so bizarre. Like, I don't know, and I think I told you before, this is where I feel like I differ. So it's so hard for me to be with somebody because I'm not giving up my freedom. Like, I will 100% let my man know, hey, I'm going out to dinner tonight with Jelly, or hey, I'm going out for drinks, blah blah blah. You know, if it's just a one-on-one thing, you're not invited.
It's
That's
just
it.
so weird how people associate with going out or like a bar or
with
whatever
bad things.
with cheating or
yes.
fucking fuckery.
Hold on, can I just ask you right now on camera on this podcast right now, how many times have I been out and I've been out with you? How many times?
Ma'am.
How many times have I made out with somebody?
Ma'am. Okay, so the answer is goose egg. And I literally was thinking about this today. It's so crazy you brought it up.
Well, because my ex would trip.
We've gone to Vegas. We've gone to Arizona. We've gone to Laughlin. We've gone, so many places. How many times has it resulted in one of us on some fuckery? Being in a relationship or not. Okay, like...
But do we pause now?
Not often. We go out every weekend.
No, true.
Pretty much.
True, yeah. I could think of maybe 4 or 5 times.
And we've gone out the whole fucking year, and then some. We've gone out at least once, twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week.
Yeah.
It's very rare. Like, our goal is not to, like, when we
go
out.
But the thing is people are so insecure. They think that, oh, you're going out, you're going to meet someone. I'm like, well, here I am still single. I'm
but waiting. Even then, like, I don't ever. Yes, I understand I understand. Like, when you go out, there is fucking hot people out and stuff like that.
But you know, another thing is,
you can't stop somebody from going out with their homies or their homegirls because you're so, like, it's not cool. You can't do that.
Yeah. And I feel like, too, when you, like, restrict somebody so much, all they want to do is break free. And when they break free, they're going to be like, deuces.
You can't do that to somebody. Yep. You should, when your man or your bitch is going out, you should be like, have fun, boo.
Yeah. 100%.
Have fun.
Well, and I've always told her too, like, I'm a firm believer,
home.
And you know what's crazy is I think that my long distance relationship worked out so good for me as long as it did.
Yeah.
Because I need my space. Have you ever heard of the actress? Damn, I don't know her. Like, I can't say her full name ever. It's Helena Bonham Carter.
Never in my life.
Tim Burton's ex-wife now.
Oh no.
Well, you know, Tim Burton. Okay, so his ex, I'm sure you've seen. She's in a lot of movies. I'm sure you've seen her.
She's the one from the Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, she is. So, they have lived side by side throughout their whole marriage. They have a house right next to each other. And I said, this is my dream come true. Like, I genuinely... And it's funny because I saw a viral tweet the other day, too, and it said, normalize spouses living in separate rooms. And I was like... That's meant for me. As much as I love a person, I know. But that's where we go back to where, like, you're more attached, I'm more detached. I love my space. Like, when I was with my ex and the fact that we had to share a queen-size bed, I was like, and you know that fool was bones. Like, this was his body.
Yeah, it's not that his size wasn't an issue.
No, I just like my space. I'm like, leave me alone. Like, I don't know what it is about me. And I don't think that, especially the older I get, I don't think that's ever going to change.
But I don't think that applies to you with friends.
No.
We can hang out Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Because I feel like, honestly, I don't know. I feel like it's different. Well, especially when it comes down to with my ex. It's because we have fun together. Me and my ex, like, it was a facade. Honestly, because at first we had fun.
We're having fun. It's different.
Yeah. And at first we had so much fun, and then it stopped. And as soon as it stopped, that's when I was like, no. Like,
it's not funny.
No, but I still also, too, like, when do I ever cuddle you? When have you slept in the bed with me?
Oh, yeah. No, we don't. Like, we just have fun together.
Yeah. No, I could kick it with my friend 5 days a week, whatever. But it's still like, okay, you sleep here on the couch, girl.
Oh, yeah. Like, we're not huggers. Bitch, I probably hugged you like twice in our lifetime.
I know.
If that. Like,
Actually,
we're not huggers. We're
there
not
was one time she
emotional.
hugged me by, and I was like, "Oh, you're drunk." I was like, "Oh, you're
If I
drunk."
was hug you or tell you I love you, you know I'm on level. I'm on
Literally,
next
I know
level.
it's so funny, and I'll be like, because everyone's like, "How come you can't say I love you back?" Everyone always. My ex had a problem with that too. He's like, why can't you say I love you back?" And I'm like, my parents, both of them, have never told. I've
And
never
it's
heard
not your
that.
fault.
Yeah,
Children only know what they're taught. But
exactly.
to divert back to okay, I can't relate to you how I partied in my 20s, but as an adult now, I do have a lot going on in my life, but I still balance.
You have a lot going on.
I'm a
Yep.
full-time parent. I have a 9-year-old son. I go to school and I work full-time, but I will make time for my weekends.
Yeah,
I go to
absolutely.
like Monday through Thursday. I mean, if something's going on, I will step out the house during the
Yeah.
week. But for the most part, I just go to bed, get up early, go to. But I do when my son is not home, I'm stepping out.
Well, the whole thing to go to the question is whatever you want to make time for, you have time for. I
Yeah.
understand if you're like living single and you're freaking living in New York and you're paying $6,000 a month for rent,
Yeah.
and you're living in a studio apartment. You're like, damn, I gotta work 3 jobs. I get it. Then
Can't
you
leave
don't.
the
Then you don't
house.
have time. I get it,
Mhm.
which is so unfortunate. Like I would rather live with 5 people than to do that because I'm like that's
You're
you're literally just
the
working
worst
to live.
feeling is working, going to sleep, getting up, going to work, going to
Yeah.
sleep. That's the worst feeling in
Yep.
the world.
Yeah. But yeah, what was the other
And
question?
then another thing is they also asked about like they see on social media other people. Social media is not real.
100%.
People can put whatever life they want on social media, and that's what either you want to believe or not. But social media is not real. So,
But what was the question of that? You literally just said they put social media and
because they said that they see their other friends on social media having such a good balance.
Oh.
You know. And the other question is,
well, hold on. I have something to say about that. I do think that is true, but once again, it goes back to the topic of you have time for what you have time for. For a perfect example is one of my friendships. For the longest period of time, I consider this person to be like literally like my soulmate, literally. And every single time she got into a relationship, I was chopped liver. Not text me back, not call me back. Like I would FaceTime, no answer, never, never, never. Every single time, and I'm just like, what the hell? And then it's like she's on social media all the time, going here, going there, but you're literally ignoring me.
no.
And it's like, dude, we have so much history, so it's like, okay, clearly you have time for this, and clearly I really didn't mean that much to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how do you just cut somebody off?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, cutting somebody off's not the issue. Cutting somebody that means something to you off,
yeah,
that's something you don't do.
I think that was my hardest lesson to learn in life is that like I just didn't really matter that much.
Well,
I didn't matter as much as I thought I did.
Your feelings towards her weren't reflected like
Yep.
it wasn't.
But I thought they were because while we
Of
were close, it
course,
was
of
reciprocated
course.
fully.
This question was for you, and I liked it. How did Tim lose weight and still drink every weekend?
Because I get to a point to where, well, first of all, I messed up on my wagon. I was doing really good there for a minute. I don't know if you remember too. Right when I had first started my little lifestyle change, I lost like 50 pounds within the first, I would say 5 months, 6
Yeah.
months. And I was like, okay, perfect. I'm going to get to my goal immediately. And I was off of my diet for 6 months. I'm back on it fully. But I do get to a point to where even when I have my drinks, I'm like, no, we're eating healthy. Remember, I made all my little veggie trays with everything. Like
that's why I'm like, who did I get today? I got the good one, or are we going to Taco Bell?
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about.
No, it's the good one. I'm fully back on it because I
have a wedding in May. I need to be a good girl.
Yeah, like I feel like we just have to hype each other up. Also, I do think it's a really good balance if you have people around you that are on the same page as you. If you have somebody who is like, no, I don't care about anything.
Let's go grub.
Yes, then it's really tempting to have that in front of you.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Drinking, I told her this before too. Drinking has never. I've lost 80 pounds before I got down to my skinniest, and I'm not exaggerating. I was probably drinking 4 or 5 times a week. This was when I was like 21, 22.
What were you drinking?
Girl, I was on my beer phase, Bud Light only Bud Light.
Yeah,
literally Bud Light. But that's why I'm like, I don't know, but maybe because like I worked out, and even when I was literally blacked out drunk, I still was like, no, I gotta eat healthy.
No, there was times where like when you were on your shit. And we'd be all drunk, and I'm hungry, and you're like, "Oh, let's go have a cheese stick and a fucking granola bar." And I'm like,
yeah. I think it's just, as soon as you have to get past, I think the
uncomfortable phase of like, it's so easy to be like, "Oh no, I want like just to give what you want." It's so freaking easy.
Well, I think that they say it takes 21 days to make
form
a habit. Yeah. So I think honestly, I will say those first 21 days
was a challenge.
Rough.
Yeah.
But also too, another thing is like I've told her and I've told all my friends that for me, I know no matter what, I'm not going to give up going out. And I know a lot of like bodybuilders and stuff like that, they're always so pressed on like, you
Not
can't drink, you can't
drinking.
drink. Or if you have
Yeah,
drinks,
get
you
the hell out of
literally, you
here.
could have 6 shots of tequila for the whole week and that's it. I'm like, for the whole
Yeah,
week.
that's
Like, what?
that's my
Like,
Friday night.
literally,
Yeah.
I'm not going to give that up. Like, honestly, I'm never going to give that up. But then also too, I do know that I need to lose weight because as we've talked several times before, I'm just not comfortable with my body to go into a relationship. And that's my goal for 2024. I think we briefly talked about this before on another podcast that I just need to get it together because the thing is, and I don't think a lot of people can relate to this, especially because a lot of the viewers are female, is like, it's one thing to be fat. I've always told her, and me and her low key have got into like loud conversations before because she's like, who cares? Look at me. I have a fupa, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, guys like that. Straight guys like that. You're a girl. And then on top of that, being fat, hairy, and bald, it's like a triple whammy. Like, literally, people look at me like I'm fucking disgusting. Like, it's like, you're the blob, you're this, you're that. So I just feel so, you know what I mean? Even though within myself, like, when I look in the mirror, I don't feel that, like,
Of course not.
about, like, my face. I
Yeah.
do look at my body. I'm like, oh, girl. Like, don't
But one thing about you though is when you're locked in, you're fucking locked in.
Yeah.
And I have no choice but to like align with it because you're locked in. So I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
we're following the rules today.
Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to a couple little hot topics that I do want to talk. Actually, can I bug you?
You want another one?
Yeah,
I did too. Also,
I was like, can you give me a drink
Did
so
you
I
have a
can read?
request
Can I
of a
read?
flavor, girl?
No, literally any flavor. Because there was a few things that I do want to talk about before getting into everything. And
Are you trying the berry or the orange?
give me the berry actually, because honestly, I don't like the berry. We need an assistant up in here. Like leave it to this hot mess over here,
know.
y'all. She's a klutzy one, I tell you that.
She's a klutzy.
So I wanted to talk about Gypsy Rose because since we had very first talked about her in the first one, thank you. She has been making headlines. Okay. Have you been following up with all the Gypsy Rose stuff?
I seen it the other day. Like she had like, this is from Zara. Her little outfit.
She's doing outfits of the days. She's literally came out of jail and she's an influencer. It's like she's media trained. Have you seen her interviews though? With like Good Morning America. I literally spit everywhere. With Good Morning America.
No, what?
You haven't?
No.
No, it's just how good she is with interviews. It's almost as if
She
her
had
time in
somebody jail with her.
training her.
Like a visitor, a lawyer.
Kris
or
Jenner.
Somebody
Kris Jenner was in jail training her like, okay, sweetie, we're going to say this.
Yeah,
because
how are you in prison and then you come out? Even 8 years, culture changes every minute.
Yes.
8 years?
No, but the fact is, and if you look at the comments, literally underneath all of her interviews is everyone's like, she's so well spoken, and she is.
Is she?
She answers the question so good. Like she was on that show.
She said she was getting that good D.
I'm gonna read that. Hold on in a second, because I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but we're gonna talk about that. But she was even on what is that? I'm so sorry. I hate that show so much.
The
I'm
View?
so sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
I hate The View.
Yeah.
With Whoopi Goldberg triggers me.
The
Joy
redhead.
Behar triggers me.
Yeah.
They're I'm sorry to say this. I'm not educated.
No,
I'm
so
a high
sorry.
school dropout.
So
They're
sorry.
stupid. They're stupid.
They're
the things that they say is just like, even Joy Behar didn't even know what was going on. And why was I just about to say Trixie Mattel?
What?
I know.
No, she was like, no, murder's bad.
Yes,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah.
No, no, what I did was wrong. And she's like,
She's
no,
like, no,
you
it's
didn't.
not.
Yeah, she didn't even know what she was talking about.
No.
I'm like,
No,
wow.
she done had the mama stabbed 20 times.
Yes, I'm like, how is Gypsy Rose sitting over here acknowledging what she did
Murder's
was bad,
bad.
and Joy Behar, no, she didn't know what's going on.
I bet she had like somebody like prepping her. Dude.
Mhm.
I bet. 100%.
Mhm.
How's the berry?
Anyways, girl, it tastes like medicine to me always.
Oh my gosh.
It is the best berry flavor that I've had, but it's just
Arctic.
berry's
That's
berry.
exciting.
Anyways, I just have to say kudos to Gypsy Rose, but I do want to talk about this because this was something that was like I don't want to say like brought to my attention because no one tagged me in it, but I don't know a better term to use, is that people were commenting on TikTok, how does she avoid the Son of Sam law? I think that's what it's called. Have you heard of that before?
No.
Basically, it's a law that was put into place to where you can't profit off of something that you did. Say, for example, if you go to jail, you can't get out and like, you served your time, okay, that's fine, whatever, but you can't get out and write a book.
Mom's murder.
Dude, she's on Good Morning America. She's on this interview, that podcast, like literally everything. I'm sure pretty soon she's gonna be getting
on our
sponsorships.
podcast soon.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
I'm like, come on, girl, bring your man too.
No, I would literally be like, oh, have you met my mom? Do you have any connections?
I just want to know what prison was like for you, man.
I'm sure she's already answered that. But let me go ahead and read the actual definition of the son of Sam law, so that way you guys know in a brief thing. It says this law requires that victims of crimes be notified whenever. Wait. No. Oh, yeah. This law requires that victims of crimes be notified whenever a person convicted of a crime receives $10,000 or more from virtually any source. So it's basically this whole thing that you can't profit off of
crimes.
Yeah.
Committed.
So people had said that maybe there's some way around it because all of a sudden she's doing all these, and she's getting paid.
Well, how are they going to notify the mom?
It's funny because I just read that right now. I was like, wait, that's not the definition that I read, because the first one that I read had said basically that a criminal can't profit off of their things. Like OJ Simpson or whatever, can't. Oh, no, he was not convicted. He got convicted of stealing stuff. That's what it
from
was.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Man, what a wild man. Isn't that wild?
I've never asked you this. Do you think he did it?
Yeah.
Girl, that man got away with murder.
He literally, and the crazy thing, in front of everybody.
Literally, everyone was like, yeah, no, he's innocent. Like, girl.
You know what's funny is I pulled out his book, If I Did It. I had it up in my closet, and I read it.
Oh, so he did have a book.
Yeah, I read it a long time ago, and I'm going to reread it. And it's literally on my dresser at home right now.
Girl.
Literally.
Ironic.
And it gives you the play-by-play, baby, of everything.
He did it. I don't care what. Just
ma'am.
Do you think that the guy that came out and said that he killed Tupac did it? Because I don't know why.
No, I feel like maybe he was in the area when it happened.
But apparently, he got charged for it.
He's in jail, isn't he?
Yeah.
But isn't he also suffering from cancer, if I'm wrong? I may be wrong.
So what? That just made you all of a sudden want to get right with the Lord and be like, I did it.
You won't die anyways.
I wouldn't tell the truth then. If I got away with it all these years, why would I do it?
Or that's what I said. Either he's coming right with the Lord, whatever, or he's like a cloud chaser. So we're going to see.
Anyways, I just wanted to read this comment to you guys.
The last place I'm ever trying to be is prison jail.
No.
No.
I think, I would rather I'd be like, wait, I'll tell the truth if you put me up for death penalty. That would be my thing.
Don't ever put me in prison or jail.
No.
Not bill for that.
No. So this is her comment, and I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but the thing is that we already had filmed the podcast before, and I just have to read this comment because I thought this was the most hilarious thing. Can we just briefly talk about how Gypsy Rose's husband literally looks like he's going to sell you a 1984 Toyota Corolla? Why does he look like the biggest used car salesman I have ever seen in history? I'm so sorry.
He got that bomb D.
Girl, I'm like, can he find it? Oh, never mind. That's I'm sorry. My intrusive thoughts are coming through, girl. Gypsy Rose commented onto a picture of her man, okay?
No,
and I guess
didn't.
a lot of people were talking this or that about her man, and don't come for her man. Also, genuine question. Do you think that she is going to be fixing all of her silver teeth? Like with some of those like monies that she's getting from, dude. Oh, so you haven't seen any of her recent interviews? You haven't seen her at all?
I seen her my tops from Zara.
I have seven silver teeth in my mouth right now. She has so many silver teeth.
No, I don't think she's even I don't think that's at the top of her list.
She reminds me of all of Rose's little cousins. Those are little 7-year-olds, those little badass kids.
I ain't never give my baby a silver tooth. When he needed a cap, I got him white ones.
Girl.
But he only needed one. He had a cavity filled today, and it was his first cavity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Girl.
Random.
Yeah. Anyways, this is what the comment said. Ryan, don't listen to the haters. I love you and you love me. We do not owe anyone anything. Our family is who matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. If you get hate, then whatever, because they don't matter. I love you. Besides, they jealous because you are rocking my world every night. ... Yeah, I said it. The D is fire. Happy wife, happy life.
Ma'am.
She commented that
herself. Where the fuck was your fucking media controller during this?
Her media controller was literally clapping for it. It was Kris Jenner. I'm telling you, it was Kris Jenner. And I guarantee you that if Kris Jenner was her manager, she would be like, get in the room, close the doors, put on some candles. Make sure the video recorder's on.
Where's Skims lingerie?
Where's Skims? Where's Skims, the one that have 2 holes?
Oh my Lord.
I'm so sorry, but can you just imagine though? Honestly, if Gypsy Rose came out with a sex tape. Girl.
Ma'am.
Money in the bank.
Ma'am.
Money in the bank.
If she went in OnlyFans? Ma'am.
Can you imagine her on OnlyFans showing off her silver teeth?
She's gonna have a little foop. She's all pale with a fupa.
She's super pale.
Little titties.
Oh.
Ma'am. ma'am, get your money, girl. You done murdered your mom. Might as well show your cooter.
The thing is I feel like she would make millions off OnlyFans.
Ma'am. Because the thing is, at that point, it's not only men that are like want to see you naked.
I would want to see it too.
It's just people of curiosity.
Yes, I would be like, "What are you posting on there?" Girl?
Yes, that's
like. Can you imagine if she's doing like a Scream
I feel
themed,
like that's kind of
a Scream themed lingerie shoot?
The same thing with Bad Baby. It was just, there was people who wanted to see her.
No, that's not the same thing. Because I could understand how some people could be attracted to Bad Baby.
No, that's why I said there is people, but I feel like she had a great group of just curious people.
Just to let you know, and you literally just said right now would be like the same thing. You literally said in our very first podcast that Gypsy Rose had a weird face. You're like her face is all and I was like, that's just her face, girl.
I wouldn't watch it because I think she's hot. I would watch it like, what is this bitch posting?
Well, you would watch it just to see if there was pictures of her mom in there because you guys are doppelgangers.
Pictures of her man.
Oh, girl.
So gross.
So there was one thing that she had sent me earlier, and I was like, girl, I got a doozy for you that I have to tell you about on the podcast. And this is very deep and dark. Ironically enough, and I took this screenshot. Actually, I can tell you the date of when I took this screenshot because I was like, we are going to talk about this because this is weird. Oh, actually, it was just yesterday.
No, it wasn't.
It was just yesterday.
How did you not remember, dude?
10:56. I thought it was 3 days ago. No.
Oh,
Look at the rest. Don't look at the rest. Because I'm going to read it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I was scrolling to Twitter and look, the For You page, and I'll be sending her some screenshots. The For You page on Twitter is out of this world. I sent her a picture earlier of Larsa Pippen now saying that she has sex 5 times a day. I don't know why that triggers you so much. Like, to me, I think it's funny. I know. You, like, literally, like, out of every single person.
She's, like, my least favorite celebrity.
I don't know.
If you want to call her a celebrity.
And you know what's so funny is I don't like her by any means, but I just don't.
She's just so,
Really?
And she lives in, like, a fairy tale world where she's just, hey, my little princess, and this is my man. And what did I tell you? That motherfucker gonna want some kids, and he gonna leave that freaking in the dust.
She'll have some kids, I'm sure.
She's so delusional that she would try to have a kid for him.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm sure she probably still can. What?
But
she's
when
like 45?
she put her cooter, did y'all see when she put her cooter picture
and deleted it?
And she deleted it. Yeah, but she put like a picture. She had a bikini and her legs were like wide open, but it was like smooth, like everything between her legs, her stomach, everything was like airbrush smooth. Everything was smooth, and then everyone was like, "You don't have no creases in your."
Yeah, they were calling it an AI crotch.
Yeah, and she deleted it, but I'm like, ma'am,
girl,
why do you care? Like we and you said, if we're rich, why do you care what the?
Yeah.
Why do you care what people think?
Honestly, no, she brought up a good point. She said, I bet you that she's insecure, that people are thinking that she's too old to be with this young man. So she has to prove, we have sex so many times a day and I can keep up. And I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
Of course,
he's Michael Jordan's son. He could go out there because he's going to be a billionaire as soon as his daddy passes away. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know how many kids he has, but whatever. I think he does want her. I think the thing is, though.
Yeah, they're happy for now, but I'm telling you, he wants kids and she's just too old. And if she's delusional enough to get pregnant.
Girl, there was this girl in the news like a couple months ago that, like, I say girl, it was like she was like 60 and pregnant.
Ma'am, no.
Yeah, they're gonna start a whole new TV show, 60 and pregnant. So, anyways, she sent me a screenshot earlier of like, what the hell is this? And it was a little Asian lady.
Like a selfie?
Yes, and I was like, that's a scam. I got one of those before, and
like
I think that
323 number.
They're like fishing for sugar daddies to like, click on the link and like whatever. And I said, girl, just the other day I was scrolling through Twitter, and I'm telling you, if you guys are on Twitter, you guys know anything pops up. Do not let your children on Twitter. Do not, literally. So this is an actual ad. I do not know from which year, and a lot of people were verifying that this is a real thing, right? So you can see this picture, right? I'm gonna read this. You see the picture?
Like for like Asian women?
Yes. Just sitting there posing on a couch, right? Mm-hmm. And this is what it says. Buy a wife from Vietnam for only 6,000 USD. 1. Guaranteed virgin. 2. Guaranteed to be delivered within 90 days. 3. No extra charges. 4. If ran away within a year, you get another one for free. Yeah. And people were commenting like, you can still do that till this day. And I am so sorry, but I guess maybe I just live in such a bubble that, like, I've heard the jokes before that, like, Donald Trump bought Melania and whatever, and you could buy, like, a Russian bride. I'm sure we've all heard that. But I am so baffled that this is printed. Okay, let me show you up close. You can see up close now. It is printed.
It looks recent-ish.
Well, I mean, just like the way they're dressing, it doesn't look so
No,
old,
they have
right?
dresses like of our age, of
Yes,
our
like
day.
it's not from like the 60s.
I
You
never
know what I
told you that
mean?
my grandpa bought a bride from Philippines.
No.
He's dead now, but she's alive. And then he's so fucking stupid because he was a little bit wealthy. He put her on the
On the
will,
wheel.
mostly. Like my mom got a little bit, but that bitch got everything.
I am
She's
baffled. I've never heard that before.
yeah,
How much did
yeah.
he pay?
I don't know what her name. I don't want to be racist, but I don't know which Asian she was.
Oh, got you. Yeah, yeah.
I want to say like Filipino or Vietnam. I don't know. Her name was like Chin Sun.
Oh.
and she took that motherfucker for everything he had. Well, he's dead now, and
Well, good for her.
She got everything.
Good for
but
her.
he literally paid to have her come from her country.
I'm gonna be honest. That makes me so uncomfortable. Because
Fuck yeah! What do you think?
I mean, honestly, isn't that like the same thing as a slave? Like for real?
Yeah.
Like you're
I
buying
don't
a
know you, and I'm
human?
paying you to come. I don't know the terms. Like if he went to their, I don't know. Like, but they were together for a long
Like,
time.
okay, so perfect example, like on 90 Day Fiance, there is a couple, David and Annie, if you guys know, and the man is older. The girl is like younger than us, literally. I want to say she's 30. And this guy, David, he's like 60. And honestly, he went to Thailand and things seemed a little fishy at first, and I'm like, why do they actually seem like a real couple? Like they really seem. I'm not insinuating he bought her or anything like that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe she just wanted a trip to America. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they actually seem like they're really like together. But so many people online were speculating that he paid for her, and like I've heard these things before. But honestly, just keeping it real, I thought it was a joke.
No.
I thought it was a joke.
No, ma'am.
Like. I was like, the fact that people did that, and the fact that Vietnam, because you could see that the top half of the.
It's almost as if they want to come to America. These chicks.
But like, would you want to do that? Like, if you wanted
Would
to go.
I?
Yeah.
No, I imagine I don't want to do that, but I also don't live in fucking Vietnam.
Yeah, true.
You know, so they think of America as like Hollywood, glamorous.
Girl, I'm sorry. America is literally a third world country with a Gucci belt on, girl.
We're on our way.
It's ghetto
We're on
over
our
here,
way.
girl. I'm sorry, but if anybody wants to come to America, take them down Hollywood Boulevard, and you'll be like,
Well, just not even that. Just tell them what goes on in our fucking day-to-day lives.
girl.
Just fucking all this bullshit that goes on in the
I feel like
fucking
Europe.
politics.
That's why the other day when you had said we were actually filming too, and you were like,
As far as being
America's
free?
the best country. Whoa.
Oh, I'm not. I stand by that shit.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, girl, because how is California specifically like the third highest economy in the entire world,
And we can't even afford to live here.
Hold on, and the streets are tore up. There's homelessness everywhere. There's trash everywhere.
The crime is through the roof.
Just being honest, out of every country I've been to, like, okay, don't get me wrong, like when I went to the DR, I was like, oh shit, like this is ran down, but I'm like, as far as like filthiness and homelessness, California is the number one.
As far as like freedom and like you can make yourself whatever you want to be, you can like.
Yeah.
I just feel like that part you can't. I would rather be free. Even okay, yes, in the
Yeah,
bigger picture.
Because I know a lot of people always like say
I get
about
it
free,
in the bigger picture.
but I'm like, really, a lot of people are free. Like,
I just
you're
feel
free
like
in
in
Canada.
my day to day life, I'm free. Like, okay, I get in the bigger picture. Like, no, I can't vote for my president, and I don't have control, and I don't like that type of stuff. I don't feel like.
But there's a lot of other countries though that you are free. Like, I feel like when you think of that, you think of like North Korea or China.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
Literally.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm like,
I ain't taking no chances.
Like, girl, go to Spain. You can be whatever you want to be in Spain.
Yeah.
And Spain was actually the very first country to pass gay marriage. Yeah. So I'm like, there's a lot of other places. I just, it's what we know. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that because I'm sorry, but I thought that was the most bizarre thing that this was printed in a newspaper. Yeah. In a newspaper. I was like, and everyone was like, people, I'm not exaggerating, and this was like viral on Twitter. People were commenting underneath it saying, you can still do that till this day.
Girl, send me the link, please.
Actually, a lot of people were saying that like as a joke, But I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyways.
You never know. You might hit it off.
Yeah. The last thing that I did want to talk about, and this is super brief. It's not going to be long at all. Before we get into the juicy story. Do you know who Gary Busey is?
From all the movies?
He's in a lot of movies. Yes.
Yeah.
He's
a weird looking
crazy man. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought this was so ironic, okay?
Okay.
Because this was from the other day. TMZ had posted, Gary Busey pulls pants down, exposes penis to urinate in public. Literally, look at the picture. It's on picture, girl.
Can I click it?
No, that's a screenshot. But I'm saying like, click to like to zoom in. They had to blur it out, cause yeah.
Yum.
But he has. I think he was on a show before for like Celebrity Rehab. Yes.
Yes, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he ain't even trying to be nasty. He legit just had to go pee.
No, so my whole thing is because how we were talking about how I'm just so deathly afraid,
Paranoid to go
and
potty.
this is broad daylight.
Man, he's peeing on a fucking meter on Melrose.
Cameras
Yeah,
are
like-
literally taking pictures of
like-
it, and he just got it out, like just dangling, like I gotta do what I gotta do.
Ay.
Anyways, that was the last thing that I did want to talk about before we get into our juicy story of how my dearest friend over here, Angelica, had. By the way, do you hate if anybody calls?
I despise.
Okay, so my other friend, Angelica, she would always say, because there was one person we were around one time,
No.
What is your name, Angelica? And they had said it's Angelica. And then literally she was like, don't ever call me that. I was like,
I hate that.
no, she directly told this person. I was like,
life, everybody's Angie.
I told you that before.
I ain't no fucking
in our
Angie.
story time, I was like, Angie, because I was telling you about how Maggie and Eileen were literally cracking jokes about like, oh, she hooked up with an Angie, I hooked up with an Angie, and it's like, girl.
There's very few.
But why do people
that
call
are
you
like,
Angie? I don't get that.
What do you mean, Angelica?
Yeah, but yours is spelled like different. Like I feel like
I
if
know
it was,
it's usually like older Hispanic women, like get from my other jobs, and they call me
Rose's friend called you Angie too.
Yeah,
older downtown. Yeah. Downtown Santa Ana called you Angie.
You know, I prefer not it, but you know.
Well, I do have to say, people calling you Jelly is low key weird because her name is literally spelt with a G, so it's
they
like.
call me Jelly. My name's Jelly with a J.
Yeah.
It's always been that.
Weird, I know.
It's always been that, girl.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this story time right here, and I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of a title of what it is. She literally got ghosted by the love of her life, and by the love of her life, I mean she fell in love with this man after 1 week, 3 days, one visit.
One visit.
This story, low-key, I'm just being real with you, like, she was very embarrassed over, and I do have to say, as we touched on in our last topic, our last video, the whole thing of limerence. This is where things, and it's so crazy, because I wish that me and her would have been close years ago, because she would have seen that I was exactly the same way that she was. And all of my friends who were friends with me when I was like 25, 26 can attest that I was the same way. I would start talking to somebody and I'd be like, oh my God, like I would get so excited.
He wants to marry me.
Hold on, because she was embarrassed over this. And I do have to tell you this. Do you not remember, I'll make this such a short story. When I lost all my weight, I think I told you, I was talking to this guy. His name was Marco, okay? And first of all, this guy was not the cutest, but oh my gosh, like he had a body on him, okay? And he went to a Halloween party with my uncle and with my friends, and everyone was like, oh my God, like you have a snatched body, whatever, you know? And he was so into me. Mind you, this was my third time seeing him at this party, and my friend, you know who, was like, like, no, he's coming on too strong. He's coming on too much. That night in the car, he was like, I want you to be my boyfriend. And I was eating it up. I was like, oh, really? Really? And my friend, after I had dropped him off, she was like, you don't think this is weird? This is your third time seeing him and he's telling you that he
wants you to be his man.
Yes, that's weird, you know? And I didn't think anything of it because I was like,
you're a hater.
Literally, I was like, oh, she's jealous. She's jealous, you know? And it's so crazy because maybe about 2 weeks later. No, it was the following week. It was Halloween. And he was like, oh, come out to West Hollywood. So I went there with all my girls, including the one who was like, stop, and Eileen, and my other friend, Angelica, not you, obviously. And he ghosted me. I was supposed to meet up with him. And I was in the car, trapped in the parking lot in WeHo because it was so insane. And I literally started crying in front of all the girls. Everyone's all tipsy and shit. And I'm just literally there in the front seat because Eileen was driving and I was crying. And then Eileen, she goes and puts her hand on me. Is everything okay? I was like, don't fucking touch me. I was like, everything's fine. Everything's fine. And I was so like, oh my God. Like I sent him like 4 messages. To me, that's always been a lot.
Yeah, that's like 40 to you, bitch.
No, it literally is.
No, literally.
It literally
I
is.
know.
So I sent him 4 messages and he didn't respond to anything. And then
these men is shit.
I texted him 4 times. And then I DM'd him on Facebook. And the next day, he literally deleted me from Facebook. But I had saw, though, that he was out there in WeHo. It just
enrages me, this type of shit. This type of behavior enrages me.
Dude, okay.
It's not It's not necessary.
Yeah. Because I think the thing is, too, especially, you know me, like, I'm just such a straight up person. Like, if you don't want to go here, say you don't want to go here. If you don't want to eat that, say you want to eat that. If you don't want to blah, 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 whatever, because I'm that way. Like, I give you the courtesy, like, oh, I'm just not into you like that. Like, I will tell you straight up. So why do you have to do that? I just want to let you know that I was literally breaking down crying. Oh, Genevieve was there. Genevieve was there, too. It was literally Genevieve, Angelica, Eileen, my other friend, who I won't mention, and then me. The car was stacked, and I was sitting in the front seat, trapped. And I was trying my hardest to hold it back. And I have, girl, when have I ever cried in front of you?
No, yeah.
Like, I don't cry in front of people, and I was, like, losing it, and I was so embarrassed.
It's, yeah, you were, like, hurt, and then you were embarrassed for being hurt.
But why was I like that, though? Because of limerence. I was over here.
Limerence is real, baby.
Girl, I was sitting there like, oh my God, he wants to be my boyfriend. Yeah. He was just saying whatever.
And why do you need to do, like, dude, that after I tell my story, you'll see why that, like, that type of behavior is so fucking unnecessary. If somebody's fucking...
Because people have their insecurities.
Yeah, and they want you to...
They know how to play it.
Yes. Yep. They want you to tell them...
He got what he wanted out of me.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So, anyways, I wanted to tell that brief little story before getting into hers because she was embarrassed about it. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, as I just said right now, I was embarrassed in the moment. I get it, but also at the same time, too, I feel like we all could relate to this.
Yeah, like, if you're vulnerable and somebody's feeding you shit, you believe him. How are you supposed to know that? Like, full straight up lying. He's making shit up. He does not mean what he says. He wants an ego boost. Like, and you're vulnerable, eating it up.
Girl,
I'm gonna go tinkle.
Oh, okay, so we need a commercial break. We'll be right back with a juicy story.
And I'm gonna remember where we're at.
Oh, I know, because we're at the end of the road where we get down to the juiciness. I think I just broke the couch. We are back, and before we jump into the story, while I was urinating, I thought of a nice would you rather. And I do have to say, this bitch right here is the most unhinged person ever when it comes down to would you rathers. Go ahead and, you know what? Before I tell you mine, what did you text me the other day? Go ahead, say it.
I told you.
Say it. And I was like,
I said, would you rather watch your parents bang it out every night for the rest of your life? Okay, watch your parents bang it out every night for the rest of your life, or you join once and make it stop.
First of all, I responded to her. I was like, you didn't come up with that. I've seen that question before.
No, I've seen it before. I've seen it, and I just, would you rather?
The thing is I'm one of those people. If I ask you a question, bitch, you better answer. Yeah. But I just feel like with that one, I didn't answer it.
I hope you have a third option. If you don't make one, kill me.
No, literally, and I'm not exaggerating. I think people think that, like, oh, you're being so dramatic, but I literally would.
What are you supposed to do?
End my life. I would end it. Like, that's disgusting.
How do you live? Like, you're gonna need some.
Like, I don't know. I feel like when I will answer those questions all day long. And I always typically do.
Yeah, I always
But when it comes down to, like, parents and siblings, that's just, I can't.
I was like, that's wild. I can't answer that.
I can't answer it. So I feel like I don't go there. But.
Okay, go.
My would you rather. Only because you were, cracking a little jokey poo about Natalia Grace and her candy corns.
Yes.
Would you rather give...
No.
Would you rather get 3 Fingers Up the Hoo-Ha by Natalia Grace for 30 minutes or suck on 2 of Gypsy Rose's silver teeth for 30 seconds?
Like in her mouth?
Yep. Like she smiles.
30 seconds?
Yep.
30 seconds?
Or you can get them little candy corns.
I'll kiss her for 30 seconds.
Really? No, I didn't say kiss her. I said like you have to intentionally try to go to her tooth. And
yeah, I don't care. I'm not.
You would rather do that?
You know how long 30 minutes is?
You can just close your eyes. My always solution is like sprinkle.
Her little hands like little fingers like trying to rub on me.
Do you think she's lesbo?
She would be.
You think Natalia Grace is lesbo?
There in 30 minutes.
Oh, girl, you gonna leave her fingers looking all soggy, huh? Looking all pruny.
Not only are they little, they're all like fucking, like they've been in the bath for 9 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And you? You want her to tingle?
Why are you're gonna ask me the same question back? I personally, okay, if I have to answer, even though that you're so lame for that, you should think of your own, be original. But I will answer that. I'll go into Natalia Grace. I'm not sucking on Gypsy Rose.
Would you rather burn to death or freeze to death?
Freeze, 100%.
Yeah, same.
I'll just pass out.
Okay.
Anyways, what I was gonna say is I started busting up laughing because
I have another one. I have
no,
a good one.
okay. Hold your thought on the good
Okay.
one. The other day, and you know what? You're gonna cancel us. I don't even care. Okay, so I'm looking to buy these Hoka shoes.
Oh my God! Put the picture. Put the picture up.
I'm not putting the picture.
It's
I'm not putting the picture.
No, I put it on my Instagram story.
I'm so sorry, but okay, let's first of all let's just go ahead and keep it real. Natalia Grace.
Okay, what did I tell you? I said there's no way they can't make her boots more like
Ma'am, you're
appealing.
jumping ahead again. This is why I stay telling her, hold on. So I'm having a difficult time trying to find these Hoka shoes to buy because I'm like, honestly, I don't find them that attractive.
They're funky.
They're funky looking. They look a little oldish,
They're bulky.
but the reviews are amazing.
They're comfy.
Everyone says they are the most like amazing walking / running shoes. They have different versions, whatever. So I'm like, oh, I need these for Japan. We walk so much. Like, damn, you know. And they make a waterproof version too.
Okay.
So I sent her a picture of which ones or whatever, you know, and.
I was like, those look like orthopedic shoes.
Yeah, they are. They're created by ortho whatever the hell. So orthodontists. So I said,
the ones that did Gypsy Rose Silver Teeth.
You imagine? Oh, they do a collab, a silver boot shoe. Natalia Grace times Gypsy Rose.
Put them bitches together in a row. They should fight.
That's not fair. Gypsy Rose would win. Anyways. I had told her, I said, well, girl, clearly I'm not buying them for the looks. And I sent her a picture of Natalia Grace.
In a parking lot.
Walking with her boot shoes.
You know, that big boots she wear, them conkers.
And I told her, I said, this is going to be me in Japan. Because the Hoka shoes are so thick.
They're like,
they're thick and
honkers.
chunky. Yeah. I'm like, damn.
I'm like, you better be floating in clouds wearing them ugly ass shoes.
Honestly, though, like the reviews are amazing.
No,
Everyone loves the Hoka. So I'm gonna get them. I'm at that age where I need comfort. You know.
Would you
rather? Okay, sorry. Wait, you lost track now?
Yeah. Oh, I know what it was. I know your answer.
If it's from her, it's unhinged. I'm just letting you guys know.
It's not.
She's more unhinged than me.
I found this online.
Oh, okay.
It's would you rather know exactly how you're going to die or exactly when?
Oh, and you have to choose?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. How?
Same.
100%. I don't want to know when. I would just live in anxiety.
It's the same.
She asked me a similar question.
I always ask people that. Do you want to know when you're going to die?
You asked me a similar question, and I said, or about the how, I think it was. And I was like, but the thing is like, say, for example, if somebody says you're going to die in a plane crash, and you're like, I'm never going to go on a plane again, and then a plane crashes into your house. That's a plane crash.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, you know what I mean?
Would y'all want to know when you're going to die? If somebody would give you the date? I don't. I don't.
Some people would want to know though, because then they'll be like,
I
"Oh, I'm
want to
going
know.
dead."
I want to know who wants to know, because you're crazy, and I want to hear all about it.
No, because I don't think they're crazy. I think they have a different perception about it. Because, like I just said, if you knew the day that you were gonna say, for example, if I knew that I was gonna die next week,
you'd stay in the house all week.
No, I wouldn't stay in the house all week. Wild? Ma'am, I would. What am I gonna do tomorrow? Let me find a place that's open to take out a loan, and I'm balling out, girl. Yeah, balling out. Because if I'm gonna die next week,
boats and hoes.
Haven't you ever seen that movie before with Dana Owens?
No.
What's her name? Oh my God, it's my mom's doppelganger. Literally, my mom's doppelganger. I always call her Dana Owens. That's not
Rosie
her
Perez.
name. My mom does not look like Rosie Perez.
A little bigger, but yeah.
No, Queen Latifah.
That's not your mom's fucking doppelganger.
You've never seen them side by side? I'll show you side by side. They're literally, they do.
What?
Out of any celebrity, my mom looks the most like Queen Latifah. Deadass. Everyone even says this. They even have the same scar. They have the same scar on their forehead.
I'm gonna need to scope
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, she had a movie before where she's like, oh, she's gonna die soon, so she took out like all her 401k, blah 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 blah, and lived her life. It turns out that the readings were wrong, and she wasn't gonna die. But in that time, so I understand why people would want to know. No, man. For me, I would have anxiety.
Yeah.
I would be like, wait, is it this year? Because if it's this year, then I probably do want to know.
I don't think I ever want to know. It's just such a scary thought.
I think in that aspect of like, damn. Because can you imagine if, okay, girl, we go to the mall tomorrow and I'm like, oh my God, I really like this jacket, but it's $80.
You're the one that always tells me, you only live once. You only live once. You always tell me that.
When do I tell you that?
when I'm trying to spend money on shit. I'm like, oh, should I buy these shoes? You only live once.
I'm being a supportive friend, girl.
Oh, that's what I need to hear.
Knowing damn well.
I'm going to do it anyway.
I was literally over here pressing her about placing a damn Shein order. She's like, I'll return it for you.
Yeah, you can return it. Ma'am, Shein, don't play.
Oh, I thought it was Shein.
Shein, I don't know what it is.
Oh, I got confused there.
And one of who's my favorite rapper? Glorilla.
That's your favorite rapper?
Well, like I like her as a female rapper. You know, I like her as a female rapper. I fuck with Glorilla.
Okay, but I did not know that. If
not as favorite. No,
you just said favorite.
Like Sexy Red and all these new ones. Like I like Glorilla.
No, who's your number one favorite?
Female rapper?
Yeah.
Probably Megan.
Okay, thank you. Because I was like, if we were playing a game right now, I would have said Megan.
Oh, no.
Hold on. What do you think about her being the damn spokesperson for Planet Fitness? Knowing damn well she's never stepped foot in a Planet Fitness.
But you know I have.
Well, we know you've done a lot of things in the Planet Fitness, girl.
And you know what's crazy is commercials always play there.
What do you think about that?
And then she has like her Nike. I think it's just like she did the New Year's thing, right? Coincidentally.
What New Year's thing?
Like the New Year's ball, whatever they do in New York, like the show on TV.
I don't watch that.
She performed there. I know she did.
I did an 8-ball, but I didn't watch the ball. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
But she performed there.
Oh, she did.
In the same purple outfit. So I think it was tied along.
So Planet Fitness got money.
Planet Fitness sponsors the New York ball drop.
The New York ball. That was really difficult for you to. Are you okay, girl?
Ma'am, why is your speech slurred? So I think it was like commingled.
Okay, commingled. You know all about that, don't you? Oh, speaking about commingled, before we get into the main topic, we literally were in the car on the way to Total Wine, and we said we're going to talk about this on the podcast, and we didn't. Ariana Grande came out with a new single.
What do y'all think?
First of all,
put your lipstick on, boys.
What do you think about the song? I'm gonna be honest, not a fan. First of all, about the song,
trash.
But I actually really like the beat. To be quite honest, I really like the beat. Like I could picture us at the club dancing to that. Like
totally until she starts singing about her nonsense.
Well, no. First of all, her melody or like her tone or whatever. I don't know nothing about music. Can't sing to save my life. But it sounds like a High School Musical soundtrack. Like that's what it sounds like. It's giving that.
I got soundtrack vibes.
Yeah, it's literally giving High School Musical.
From her voice, not the track, not the.
No, not the beat. I'm talking about her voice. Like her what's it called? Her melody, her tone.
Yeah, I guess like her melody and.
I don't know shit about music. Okay.
Her delivery.
Her delivery of singing.
Yeah.
Anyways, what we want to talk about is because she does have a lyric within the song that does basically say, I don't know it verbatim, okay, and I'm not pulling it up, I'm too lazy. She basically says, like, my business is my business, yours is yours. Why are you worried about whose dick I'm riding? Whatever, right?
Period.
Everyone online, and I had told her, there was this tweet, literally the song, at the time of us filming this, you guys are seeing it later, at the time of us filming this, the song literally came out last night at 9 p.m., which is 12 Eastern Standard, right? This tweet had like 2.2 million views on it, okay? Within, I think I went to bed last night at like 1:15. I was scrolling through Twitter, whatever. I saw it around then. And the tweet had said, why is everyone praising her for this lyric when she literally ruined a home? Now, anyone who knows me, I am not an, what's the name of her fans? Ariana Nader? Baconator? What is I think they're called Ariana Naders.
I have no clue.
Hey Siri, what is the name of Ariana Grande's fans? Ariana Naders. I told you. I told you she likes Wendy's. So she named them after the Baconator. Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
I'm literally just kidding about that.
Oh.
I could get this bitch to believe anything.
Why would you name like this?
Ariana Naders.
But anyways,
I know.
Go off clean.
Well, they were going crazy, obviously, for the song. Wait, what was my point before her Ariana Naders? Oh, I'm not an Ariana Nader, is what I was getting at. But I will say, I am so sorry. Why are you blaming? No, we're talking about the woman and how she ruined a home and whatnot.
Oh, how they're just trying to like. I'm like, ma'am, we don't know. He could have lied to her. He could have told her that they haven't.
Why isn't he getting as much heat as Ariana?
It's just because
people want clicks and views.
People want to cancel people. They look for reasons to cancel or attack or.
No, but I'm so sorry. I'm a firm believer in this. I don't give a shit what come for me. Don't care. I think that it's always the woman that gets the bad rep. You know, I've always told you before, it pisses me off that girls literally will always, oh, if I find my man cheating, I'm fucking that bitch up. I'm like,
You're
why don't,
out of your
wait,
mind.
I'm like, why don't you fuck your man up?
Because
your man is the one that's doing it.
I don't think I've ever known a man to tell you like, oh, I'm a cheat on my girl with you.
Yes, exactly.
Ma'am.
Yes, they're like, the girl that's in your man's bed could literally have thought that he's single. So, hello. So the fact that people are going crazy at Ariana, first of all, there was rumors already spread out there that him and his relationship was at the end anyways, and they were pretty much already separated, still legally married, I think, but they were separated. Those rumors already out there. But even if that wasn't the case, what if he lied to Ariana the whole entire time and said, "Oh, I'm single." Yes. I'm like, God.
I just feel like people on the internet are just so out of their minds.
Too much.
Like, either one of two people. Either you believe everything and you feed into everything on the internet.
Yeah.
Or you don't.
That scares me. There's
no in between. Like, that's what it is. Either you believe that everything on the internet is real. These people are so fucking happy. Nobody's getting cheated on. These fine-ass couples are just so perfect. Like, you know, their perfect house, perfect body, perfect relationship. You believe it all?
Well, if people believe that, then
you're out of your fucking mind.
Well, there's still people to this day that believe that Kylie Jenner didn't have any work done to her face. It was puberty.
I don't understand how that's her man.
Who?
Kylie.
Who's her man?
Justin Tremble. The little
Who's
weird guy.
Justin Tremble?
Wonka.
Justin Tremble?
Is that not his name? What's his name?
What's Justin Tremble?
What's his fucking name?
Are you talking about Timothy?
Timothy Tremble. My bad.
Did you know I just found out that his name is not Timothy?
What is it?
Apparently he's French, so it's pronounced like Timothy.
Okay, I legit thought it was Justin. My bad. But I'm just
hold on, Justin Tremble?
Yeah.
And you literally just made up a whole last name. It's literally Timothy Chalamet. So where are you getting Justin Tremble?
I thought it was Timothy Trimble. Okay, my
you
bad.
thought it was... So she just admitted on camera that she did think it was Timothy.
No, now that you say it was Timothy, I'm like, okay, Justin was wrong, but Trimble was right.
Girl.
But my whole thing is, like, how do you go from all these black daddies, like, these fine-ass men, these rappers...
Fine? You thought Travis Scott was fine?
Her. No, ma'am, you know I don't fuck with Tyga.
Well...
You know I don't fuck with Tyga. You know, I've told you several times, he is not hot.
Oh, I think he saw it.
I know you did.
And I saw him and go, oh my God, I had a 5-year reunion today. I was at Tiger's show. I went to a FabFitFun party. Oh my gosh.
You told me this part.
Girl, we were right there. And I was like, I do have to say.
You were like, hey.
Literally. It's so funny because I sent
No, Tiger's always been gross to me.
Look how funny.
I've seen Tiger before in concert.
Look, what time did I send that to Rosa? What does it say? I said 5 years ago. And
oh, yeah.
How funny that FabFitFun party was.
But I'm just like saying like how all these men are her type. Like, okay, clearly there's a type going on.
Yeah.
And then this fool is just so far
opposite. Yeah.
Like at least with Dallas, like he's not my typical type, but he's Latino.
Oh, before we get into your story time, yes, we diverted for a good 30 minutes here. Yeah. But before we get into your story, for the longest time, I thought you had a type of these like tattooed daddies, and I have come to realize you do not.
I think I just got fucked over so many times.
You don't have a type.
I'm just trying to like divert from them. I need to get away from them.
Well, there's a lot of men that you say are hot, and I'm like, what?
I know. Because like off the bat, dude, my old type, buff, I don't mean buff, I mean buff. I mean tatted, your face, your head.
Not your baby daddy.
Not my baby daddy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, throughout the years, and then also your first one that we were looking at, his Instagram, I was like, what? I would not picture you with this man. Your high school sweetheart. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I thought for the longest time that you had this like cholo looking guy, like, yeah, you know.
I like fresh out of prison. Call me.
Well, I've always had a little fetish for that.
I think everybody does.
It's on my bucket list. No, I don't want to be with them. I just want to get
blasted by them. Absolutely.
Define blasted.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know, like whatever you want. You want to hang out, like whatever. Literally, dude, I'd be so down. Don't play with me. I'm sorry.
Well, we know you're down, girl.
I'm down.
Anyways, yeah, I don't think you really have a type though. I've come to realize I was like,
But I think like for a minute I was stuck on like buff, tatted, bearded men. That was my thing. Like I was stuck on that for a minute.
Non mi piace.
And no, not at all. No, mi piace. And those men are garbage. And the reason they're tatted from head to toe is because they're so fucking insecure with themselves.
This is a perfect segue into her story time of...
Oh, yeah, because the man the love of my life.
Okay, so first of all, can I just go ahead and put you on blast before we even get into this story pertaining to this man? He lives in Ontario. And for their very first time seeing each other, she drove out to Ontario
To a bar.
to go see him.
To a bar.
He didn't even offer to meet halfway. He didn't offer to come over here to Long Beach. She drove out. Well, first of all, I know you guys are already thinking she's a dumb bitch. And I would say you're right. Exactly. But that's already a first sign to me. I am so sorry if a man makes you drive, especially for the first one. Sure, if you guys are together, sure, back and forth.
Yeah.
Like if I was dating somebody in San Diego, girl, I'm gonna go back and forth,
Yeah,
whatever.
there's a reward.
The first time, but we know you're a little thirsty goo, so you know you done went out there, girl. We're gonna call you Stanley, girl, because you thirsty. Anyways, go ahead and carry on with your story, girl.
How did I meet this man? Are we gonna use his name? I mean, why not? Mr. Dominic.
He's literally never gonna see this.
He's never gonna see this.
Yeah.
His name was Dominic. So
what a name.
Yeah, it's like a piece of shit name.
For real.
Yeah.
Come on, Toretto.
So I met him on Cheese Spot. Tim
Give the full details, girl.
I met him on Cheese Spot because I got tired of Cheese Spot. Like, you have to match with people. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to pay the money. Whatever. It was like $12 a month. I don't know how much it was. And you can see all your likes. And then
I fully agree with that.
I'm not wasting my time swiping.
Absolutely.
I will pay the $12.
Well, and then we had talked about before, too, especially like paying on Tinder or Cheese Ball, whatever. Like, you'll be like, oh, this guy's too hot. He's not going to be into me. And then you'll swipe and you'll be like, oh, he swiped on me.
Yeah, because I am as well. I'm like, no, this fool's too fine. Or he's too in shape. Like, he doesn't want a girl like me. Like, whatever, right? So I had that, and so I'm going through my likes, and I see this buff. He looks older. How old was he? 38?
Yeah, but you say look older. You scare me when you say that because she'll be like, he looks older. He's 34. I'm like, bitch, I'm 34.
No,
well, older than me.
He looks older. Like he had like crow's feet and like he just looked older.
Your sister has crow's feet, girl, and she's 1 year younger than you. I mean, older than you.
Like okay, like he looked like. He looked a little.
If
older.
I had to guess his age, I would at the time like I would have said 36.
Okay,
if I
exactly.
But, yeah.
I think he was like, I don't remember how old
I don't remember either.
Yeah, I think 36 sounds
I
right.
did get a social security and I did find out, but I did.
Okay, so.
We'll get to that.
I see his profile picture and I go to his little page. He liked me, right? And I'm like, this fool is fine.
Well, first of all, too, also, and I don't think I've ever asked you this, is what the hell are you doing matching with people that are so far away? Ontario?
I don't think I realized.
So that means you had your distance set to like 80 miles.
That's not intentional because I'm not a fan.
Well, the devil is working against you, girl.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of long distance. Like,
girl,
no, sir. No, man,
especially
no,
for you straights, you guys have fucking options
like,
down the
corner. I have a high
level
of expectancy as far as intimacy.
Okay, so we're just gonna lie on this podcast.
Intimacy, I do have a high level of expectancy.
Really?
Of intimacy? I'm trying to bang every time I see you.
Oh yeah, especially if you go to Dog's Bar. Anyways, continue on.
Okay, so I met him. On Cheese Spot, I seen him match me, and he's like, he was tall. I remember he was like at least 6 feet. He was very buff. He had broad shoulders. He had a nice smile. He was just like he was hot, right? Typical hot. So that
typical to you because I did not think so. That is not. I don't find him attractive.
Me, so I matched him back, right? And this was like, what was this last year?
This was in July.
Way before my birthday. It was not my birthday. It might have been May. I was thinking about it the other day.
You're so far delusional because we went to Laughlin in August for my mom's birthday, so you're tripping hardcore.
Oh, then it was August.
Yeah, so that's why I said July.
Near my birthday.
Okay, so then the end of July.
Oh, okay. I even thought it was before or after. So it was August.
We went to Laughlin like August 18th.
Oh, then it was like August 1st.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. I was so far off. And it was May.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I knew it was nowhere near my birthday.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah. You know what? July and August are so far apart. I'm sorry.
Like my
do you hear her? Her birthday is July 13th.
My birthday's in the smack dab middle. So I was like, I didn't know him during my birthday. So either had to be
she said nowhere near my birthday. It was literally 2 weeks later.
So probably like, yeah. So we matched and then he messaged me and we were talking for probably like 5 days. And we stayed. The thing about him that I liked is that we talked, and he didn't bother. The thing about apps is like, guys will ask you for your phone number immediately.
Yeah.
or guys will be like sexual immediately.
And I would always tell her, don't give out your number. I'm sorry, but that scares me.
Man, the amount of information you can find with somebody's
phone number, don't do it.
And he was like, he was just talking about like regular conversation about just regular things, right? And so I found out he's a business owner. Well, I don't mean to do that because we did verify that he owns a business.
Yeah, it seemed like a scam.
Yeah, with his business partner.
Girl, sorry. Yes.
And so I found out, okay, like he has his own kids, he's divorced or whatever.
Oh, he has his own kids. He didn't take somebody else's.
Man, he probably don't even take care of his own kids.
Well, clearly, girl.
Supposedly. And so we're talking, and I really like he's not trying to be like pushy with me. He's not sexual with me. He didn't ask for my number, like, and we're talking for, talking for 5 days straight throughout the whole day on an app, whatever app it was. Chispa. And then finally one day we were gonna go to meet, and then we changed phone numbers, and then we changed Instagrams. So we changed Instagrams, and then we're talking on Instagram for a little bit, whatever, how long, and we're gonna meet. And then we changed phone numbers, and that day when we were going to meet up, he never replied, remember?
That was the time he got pulled over.
Ma'am?
Pulled over.
So he never replied. So
and hold on, I already had told her, I was like, I'm sorry, but that's sketchy.
Okay, so he never replied, and the next day he's like, oh, me and my homie got pulled over.
Hold on, he didn't respond for a whole 24 hours later. Okay.
Yeah, like the next afternoon.
Yes.
And he was like, oh, me and my homie got pulled over, and he just said like, oh, and I was like, okay, so then we keep talking, and I think it was like 8 or 9 days later that we actually had finally met. And I drove out there to a bar, and we were in the bar, and fireworks, butterflies, dragonflies, everything you can.
And hold on, you know what's so funny is I told you before about the therapist that I always be watching on TikTok, how she says that butterflies is actually a bad sign.
Yeah.
You should feel that you're at home with somebody. Butterflies is a sign of nervousness, and you shouldn't feel nervous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that's true.
And so when I met him and we were at the bar for like maybe a couple hours, it was like a fairy tale. Like everything he was saying I was like, oh my God.
Well, girl, he knew exactly what to say.
Yep. He knew how to interact with me. He knew how to touch me. He knew this man, he's been around the country, not the block. And so we had the world probably. And then he's telling me like, oh, I wanted to meet you here, and I was like, whatever. So then he's like, do you feel comfortable going to my house? So I go to his house.
First of all, if she would have been texting me during this time, I mean,
clearly I wasn't, ma'am.
No, yeah, she wasn't texting me during this time. I'm sorry, but I'm one of those friends that I would have been like, do not go to this man's house that you just met. No. That's like, you don't understand. The thing is, there's no background check when you go onto dating apps. Like, perfect example.
I'm like, I'm either gonna bang or get killed.
Literally. You're gonna get banged or you're gonna get banged.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's either one or the other.
And so we get out the bar, and there's a 7-Eleven right where you are, right? So we go to 7-Eleven. He's like, "Do you want tall cans?" And I'm like, "Dude, this fool's on my same page." Yes.
He's trying to liquor you up, girl.
So we get stuff. We go to his house, and it's nice, but it is also in Ontario.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 stories. We go outside. His backyard's so nice. He has like a bulldog.
She sent me a video of his backyard.
It was nice. Yeah. And we're outside. We were smoking outside. We're chilling. It was all fun. He just shows me his house. It's like all cool. And then
you guys,
we started making out, and then we ended up having, and right, mind you, looking back now, we were short of awesome, if you know what I mean. It was like, I thought it was awesome in the moment because I was just so blinded by this fool's awesomeness.
Hold on. Can we do a little foreshadowing here? We're going to jump ahead to, only because it pertains to exactly what you're saying. Let's jump ahead to Laughlin. She shows a picture, and first of all, I'm going to keep it so real with you. It was so weird to me.
I showed you his penis?
No. She told my mom. She was like, "You want to see my man?" And I was like, "You're weird for even saying my man," but I know she was tipsy. So I was like, whatever. But I was like, that's weird to me, right? And my mom's words verbatim.
He looks like he has a skinny dick. And I'll let you know that's exactly, he had a skinny dick, right? So we banged it out, right? We fall asleep. I ended up driving home early because I got to go to work. And he texts me the next day, obsessive texting, I can't wait to see you, sending me selfies. So then we leave for Laughlin on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I seen him on Sunday. I go home Monday to
Yes.
go to work. Wednesday we take off to Laughlin, right? All of Laughlin, me and this fool.
She's sending selfies. She's
We're
sending
pictures.
other
He's
things.
sending me pictures. It's just back and forth.
She went to the bathroom for a hot minute
it's
too,
all
and
day.
you know what she was doing up in the bathroom, girl.
But it's
sending
all
to
day
him.
texting.
No, I know, but I'm not talking about that.
we
I'm talking about what you were sending, girl.
Oh no, we were sending.
Yes.
We go to the lake. We lost service for the whole day, but as soon as I got the service back, like I'm on it.
Yep.
Back.
There's one thing about this girl. She gonna be on her man's nutsack. She gonna count the hairs.
What day did we come back? Saturday.
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, we went there Wednesday, Thursday,
on
Friday.
Sunday. I was supposed to see him on Sunday.
No, you were supposed to see him that weekend because he had been saying, "I'll see you this weekend."
Saturday.
Yeah, I think Saturday.
Okay, so I'm texting him to the drive when we get in the vehicle to drive home.
So if you guys remember when I said I'm like, girl, you're always on your phone, and she's like, Laughlin don't count. I was like, talking about the way home, because here I am, like on road trips, I'd be chopping it up or whatever, and she's on the damn phone the whole time. I'm like, oh my god, girl, get off your damn phone, girl.
Okay, that's that time.
No. I was just going back to, because if they watched the previous podcast when I had said you're always on your phone, and you're like, not Laughlin.
So on the way home, like we're texting like the whole we were there for like 3-4 days in Laughlin. The whole time I'm texting him, he's texting me. Good morning, consistent. He gets a haircut, he sends me a selfie.
And said, can't wait to see you.
Can't wait to see you. I want to be with you. Like doing the most. Mind you, if a dude, like if you're experiencing this is a red flag. It's love bombing and it's a red flag.
I was trying.
Love bombing is not real.
Hold on. Can we be real honest right here? Was I not trying to keep it real with you? Like, was I not trying to like tell you like, girl, this is a bit too much, too fast? Like, yep. Yeah. And I literally was trying to tell her, but she is also one of those people that like whatever she feels is whatever she feels, and whatever she it's There's nothing that I could say, even if I had like horrible feelings from this man, and I was like, I don't trust him. I could be like, please don't. She's gonna do what she wants to do.
And so love bombing me, both back and forth. We're just like blowing each other up all day, every day, texting, pictures, everything, right? And so we're driving back from Laughlin, and he's like, I'll see you tomorrow when you get back. Let me know when you get home. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. So then this was like the beginning of our trip, beginning of our drive back. And then like after that, I replied and I didn't hear from him. We get home and I tell him, oh, I'm home now. Can't wait to see you. Didn't hear from him. Okay.
But you know what's really ironic about it? As soon as we almost got basically back into town, and I'll say town within the vicinity of our house, I would say within an hour or whatever, it's almost as if he stopped. Because you got home and I specifically remember there was a pair of dunks that you were so excited to get, and you got your dunks that you had told him about. And you sent him a picture.
We were talking about shoes.
Yes. And you sent him a picture of the dunks, and he just...
Yeah, so I got him back home, and I'm like, I'm home now. And I'm like, oh my God, my shoes got here. And I sent a picture. His last text to me was like, can't wait to see you.
Yeah, that's
and so I got home and I'm like, I'm home now, and I text him like, oh, look at my shoes got here. No reply. It was like 6 p.m. right? So I'm like, that's weird. Like when I get in bed around 9 o'clock, I'm like, he would have texted me back by now.
Yeah,
because he's been texting me so crazy.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, whatever, right? So then
I
went
to bed because
wake up.
And you were supposed to see him Saturday.
I was supposed to see him Saturday.
Yep. Now that I think about it, because you came over.
And then I think come around like 1 or 2 o'clock, I haven't heard from him.
And it took her this whole time. Yes, I was gonna say it took her this whole time to hit me up and be like, he
at like
has
1 or 2 o'clock
responded.
I called you.
Yep.
And I'm like, girl, something happened to him.
She literally, and I was like, nah, girl, no, I'm sure. And then the more worried that she was, it projected onto me. Yeah. I was like,
so I'm like, girl, the last text he sent me is this. I'm like, he just got pulled over.
Hold on. So what do I start doing?
Yeah. So I sell you on this whole idea that something happened to him because he's not replying.
He's looking
in jail or he's injured.
Yep. I'm looking up the actual.
So then I tell him.
Yep. I'm looking up the Riverside.
Tim goes into investigative mode.
Oh, ma'am, I will find out everything.
We went on all the jails, the county jails.
Yep.
We went on the hospitals. We were on the hunt for this man.
Yeah,
because he stopped replying to me.
And mind you, within this
and I hadn't double texted
before she even got to my house, which I want to say she had told me. I want to say maybe around 1 or 2. I want to say you got to my house at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you got to my house at 5 o'clock.
Well, he ain't texting me back, so I'm gonna come over because what's going on?
Exactly. As soon as she came to my house, I knew the mom's name. I knew the mom's address.
So,
I knew the ex's address. I knew the
the
dad's.
kids,
I knew
we knew the kids' Instagram.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes, the kids' Instagram. Like, cause the kids a
We
teen. Well, we
found
say
all his,
kids,
we
but
found his
teen.
business partner. We found everything.
Everything. I had found. So he had a business phone as well as
a business phone number.
as
We
a
called that bitch.
Yep. Well, first of all, I had told her, I was like, he answered because I had told her, I was like, well, call him. Like, if you're genuinely worried
Okay,
about him,
I did
call
call.
him.
Okay. Oh, backtrack.
Yeah.
I texted you all this at 1:00 ish. I called him around.
You said you were gonna give it an hour.
I called him around 3:00.
Yeah, perfect.
And I literally called and I'm like, okay, he didn't answer my last text. We were supposed to see each other today. He's been so consistent. He's been so on me. He's been so excited. So I called him like around 3:00. No answer.
Yeah.
Right? So then I come here and me and Tim, I'm like telling Tim, Tim, there's no way he would ghost me. These are literal words from my mouth. Tim, there's no way he would ghost me.
No, you're missing a part because before you came here, I had called the business number and I thought he answered.
Oh yeah, because we were on the phone.
Because the guy so she had called him and literally went to voicemail. He didn't answer, right? And I had found the business number. I said, I'm gonna call his business number. She was like, don't. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. Like, I found the damn number. I'm gonna do it, you know? Because she was convinced that maybe, he has a work phone and he has a business phone, or he has a work phone and a personal phone. Maybe he left his phone at work. So you had thought that. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna call the business phone, and then somebody answered and I hung up immediately. So I called her. I was like, he answered. And then you came over.
Just to backtrack for a second, I'm like, mind you, when we were doing it, this fool was telling me, like, I need you to be mine.
Yeah.
I want to have you all the time.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. And then during the week of Laughlin, he's feeding all this shit to me. I want to be with you. Like, I want, like, just more shit than you need to say.
Yeah.
Just throwing it all out there. And what am I doing? I'm eating it all up, right? So whatever, he's ignoring me. I tell Tim. And I come over here, and me and Tim, we're on investigative mode. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Google Maps. We're on whatever will give us information. And we found a lot of information.
We found everything. But I think the most that matters is that she was refusing to let me. So I downloaded 3 different how do you call them? Like burner phone?
Texting,
no,
like fake phone numbers.
Fake phone numbers that you can call or text or whatever. I downloaded 3 different ones because you can only send X amount of texts or X amount of calls, whatever. And she's like, no, I don't want you to call him. I don't want you to call him.
And now looking back, clearly I know that I didn't want you to do that because
you were scared of the truth. Yeah, you were like, oh shit.
And so
as soon as I started, because I was like, I got all worked up of it because she was worked up. So therefore, I'm like over here caring for my friend, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. Like I was like, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm gonna do it. Like I have his number. I have his number, and I called,
and he answered,
and he answered after 2 rings. 2 rings.
So he answered. Okay.
And hold on, I just have to say this: the way he answered the phone, I was like, I hate this man.
Yeah.
He literally answered the phone like, yeah. And she's like, that's his voice. That's him. That's him.
That's him.
I'm like, who answers the phone like that? Because I changed my number to a Texas number.
But this was Sunday. I told you Saturday, and we spent all Saturday investigating. You didn't call till Sunday.
Oh, you're right.
We spent the whole weekend invested in this shit.
You're right.
So Saturday, we were just digging on the internet, and we didn't find nothing. We went to the bar. Like, just came back. And then Sunday, I came back over because I was so fucking distraught.
Yeah.
So
distraught over this man that she saw one time.
One time.
Yeah.
But I was just so convinced that something happened to him because he loves me so much. He's obsessed with me. He wants me. Why would he ghost me?
Don't let anybody ever fucking put that on you within 1 week of meeting. Ever.
And so when you called him and he answered and I'm sitting here, I literally felt like my body like.
I know. I kind of. I'm gonna be honest. I felt kind of bad for you.
Well, it's because I was so stupid.
I felt kind of bad for you, but then also at the same time too, I'm just keeping it real with you as your friend, and I always got to keep it real. I was like. Learning lesson, girl.
Like, clearly it was. Lesson. It was a learning lesson.
Because it was the same thing that I went through with what I said earlier. Yeah. I'm like, girl.
And like when he answered, I was like, and then, ma'am, did we forget? Okay, so after that, I was like, okay, so I'm done. Let me clock out. And I wanted to get fucked up because I was like, okay, he answered the phone.
Yeah.
I can read a room.
Yeah.
He's ghosting me. He fed me all that, and I ate it up like an asshole. And so we were like, okay, let's go. Let's get lit. I was like, drive me to the bar.
Yeah.
And then Monday, I posted a motherfucking selfie.
And he watched it.
And he had the audacity to watch my story. He had the audacity
I forgot about that.
to watch my story.
After ignoring her for 3 days at this point, 3 days, he
watched my fucking story.
Yep.
So then I immediately...
Oh, hold on. You forgot to mention, too, that you did text and say, hey, are you okay? I'm worried. Or something along the lines.
I think it was before I called him. Before I called him on that Saturday.
But still, what I'm saying is that you had said that you were worried.
Yeah,
you're like, are you okay? Are you fine?
He said, like, I'm excited to see you. And then I told him about my shoes. And then, like, he wasn't answering. And then I said, hey, I'm worried.
Yeah.
Like, are you good?
And then that's when actually backtracking again that's when I had told her, like, after he didn't respond for a couple hours, I was like, well, if you're really worried, then call him. Because we have a thing that we don't call people.
I don't want to call. I don't want to voice. Like,
I'm the same way too.
I don't want to be, like, on people's neck.
Yeah.
So it did take me. So then the next day I called him and it went to voicemail and I told you. And then I came right over here and I'm like, ma'am, I'm, like, on edge. I need to figure this out.
Yeah.
So forward to Monday when he watched my freaking story on Instagram. I feel
like, you know what's so funny is I forgot that key factor because I think when he looked at your story, I think
that was what made me done.
It's still the deal because you blocked him right then and there.
That's what I'm going to say. Like, as soon as he watched my story, I was like, done, blocked.
Because I think him even answering the phone, I think that you were still kind of like, oh, he'll come back around. Well,
dude, what did we say? We literally were saying, oh, he's going to text you Monday.
Yeah.
Me and you.
I was the one telling you, I was like, he's going to hit you up on Monday.
Like Monday. And
as soon as the weekend passes, because I told you he was with his side bitch.
Yes, yeah. That's literally what you were like, oh, he's with his side bitch. Like,
or not his side bitch, sorry.
His main bitch.
His main bitch, sorry, yeah. Because I was like, you're the side bitch.
And we're like, oh, Monday he's going to, like, text me. So I'm at work, right? Talking to you, and you're like, has he hit you up? And I'm like, no, girl.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think the end of the day.
Sunday, you posted a selfie. Because we went to
Sunday
PJs.
night.
We went to PJs.
Sunday night, I posted a selfie. And then Monday is when I realized he watched it.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh, girl, this was fucking playing with me.
Playing
with me. Yep. So I ended up blocking him from Instagram. Blocked his number. But I'm telling you, Tim can attest, I was livid.
Yeah.
Livid. Like, I was giving Tim
she was ready to fight.
Like, I had plots. We were gonna do X, Y, and Z to this man anonymously. We were gonna, like, do all kinds of shit. We were gonna fuck with him any way we could.
I literally, just to get back at him, I had told her, I was like, just act like you're pregnant. I said 3 weeks down the road, say that you're pregnant and tell him to send you some money. If you want me to have an abortion, send me $350 so I can pay for it because my insurance won't cover it.
Yeah.
I was telling her to do that, and we did plan that at first, but once again, we're water signs, okay? We're water signs.
Oh, I was all ready to
But I
go.
will say, in our defense, we did say that. And did we ever do it? No, we didn't.
No, later, as more time passed.
Because we were like, who cares? Yeah. Like, why give him energy?
But I was just so angry because my whole thing is like, how do you, like, dude, and my whole thing, like, I told Tim, I was like, dude, we could have just banged it out, and, like, you didn't need to tell me all that extra shit.
Yeah.
I would have totally banged it out.
But I had told her, I think because he was so insecure within himself that he felt the need to tell her that.
Yes,
so that
so
way
I
she
could
can get
reciprocate.
attached.
And then I can reciprocate it. Because, like, I talked to my therapist about it and everything. It's like, some men want to, like, they want you to tell them all these things. So they tell you this. So you're like, I want to be with you.
It feeds their ego.
I want to be with you. Like, I want to be, like, all these stupid shit. Because it's like, dude, there's no problem with just banging it out.
Yeah.
But you're so narcissistic and twisted and insecure that you need to, like, do this to me so that
to make you eat it up.
And then I'm going to give you all this shit back.
Yep.
Which is not cool. Yeah. It's not cool.
But it's insecurities, obviously, stemming from within
And then
him.
it's like, ladies, it's a red flag. If you meet this fool a week ago and he's like, he won't stop texting you and he's telling you, like,
and hold on, I have to say, I had been telling you that for so long before.
Yeah.
For so long before.
Because
every single, I'm like, don't you think that's a bit much too fast? Like, that's why the new person that she's talking to now, like, she was like, oh, do you feel like it's weird because of X, Y, and Z? I'm like, no, I think that's great. Like, that's how it should be.
And then another thing I know with me is, like, for most of, like, the men that I've been with is, like, when I see them, I'm like, oh my God. Like, right away, I'm always head over heels. You know, I see their appearance and that's what I'm sold on. So it's like, whatever your behavior is, I'm willing to look past shit because I'm just sold on your fucking appearance. Yeah. That's not okay.
But I think this is what your life... And I'm sorry, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason.
You think he was my life lesson?
No, I don't think he was your life lesson. I do think he was a lesson.
Oh, he was... ma'am.
I think he was a great lesson.
He was a great... I was hurt for like a week. I was like butthurt.
Y'all, and I'm going to keep it real. I was looking at her like, ma'am, you were 32 years old.
It was a combination of feeling dumb.
well, no, it's not even that. Hold on, because before that, I was like, damn, you're that obsessed with this man this fast? Like, I was like, girl, we're in our 30s now. If we were 20, girl, I would have been like, all right, I fully get it. But the fact that you were so fast to be so head over
But
heels
when
with
somebody's telling you
him.
everything you want to hear,
Well,
and
see,
they're
but
selling you
me,
so
hold on, but
well,
I'm so skeptical of everything. This is where we're on the opposite end of the spectrum. Is when you're telling me all that, it's so crazy because you know what my nature is? Block.
yeah.
Which, obviously because I learned my lesson and I learned it younger
But
than
I never
you.
sat there and thought like, oh, people are just so shitty. They have
Shitty.
shitty, and they have like a second
Shitty.
agenda that they're gonna sit there and invest a whole week investing after they already got the
But
punani.
hold
You
on.
already got the punani.
But I do have to say this, and I'm sorry, but I, once again, being your friend and keeping it real, you just said right now you didn't think people would be that shitty, but you have been through worse. And men have done worse to you and treated you worse.
No,
So
yeah.
this is where I thought you would have had already learned your lesson. I do know that females and males are different in the aspect of, like, for me, I learned my lesson that time that I told you with that motherfucker Marco,
Yeah.
and it ain't happened since,
Yeah.
But I do realize, and I've noticed a pattern within Eileen and Maggie and my other friend who I haven't mentioned, and then you guys all have this thing of you guys fall so fast. And that's where you have to look internally to see what are you missing within that you need to look to another human to fill this
But
void.
I know that my thing is when I fall for somebody in my past is like my biggest thing is like your looks and I'm done. Like I'm sucked in with
On looks.
I'll fall on your looks. That's what I was
Oh,
saying.
see,
Like,
that's not me ever.
no, that is me, hardcore, and that's like what I was telling you with Dallas is like I didn't fall for Dallas looks. I was like, girl, I was so nervous to meet him. Remember I told you because I was like, girl, what does he look like in person? What if he's not like his pictures? Because I'm used to falling for somebody like right off the bat because I'm like, oh my god, they're so fucking hot.
Well, hold
They're
on.
buff,
Hold
they're
on.
tatted.
Hold on. Off his pictures, instantly, what did I call him?
A goofy. Or
No, I said Five. His name was Five.
you called
His
him a
nickname was
Five.
Five.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's all. Like, when you talk about
Yeah.
looks right away,
And then it's like it's reversed now because it's like the more time I'm with him, I'm like, oh, I like him. He's hot more. He's fucking more
Yeah.
attractive to me, and like that's normal. Like when you meet somebody, or not even meet them, when you fucking swipe right on them, and their picture is just like, oh my god, like I need that. I need to talk to them. Like that's not okay. That's not healthy. It's not gonna work. And usually, if somebody has such a good appearance, like those people aren't quality people.
I always tell you this though, and that's why every single time, because I'll be like, oh my god, I think this guy's so attractive or whatever. She'll be like, the fuck, really? It's because I'm attracted to these weird abstract looking guys or whatever, only because I see more than I'm not a like how you are. I'm not a physical looking person. Like I feel like, of course, don't get me wrong, 100%. Obviously, I do have a physical type. I would say, but I feel like it's more deep than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only because, like Carlo, I mean, my ex, for example. Like it wasn't looks at first. I was so
Yeah.
drawn to the personality and the fact that he was from a different country. So I was like, I'm learning so much about him.
Yeah.
This is so different. This is
Yeah.
so I'm learning a whole nother culture. Like
And
I
you
like
love
that.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was attracted to that, but I still think it goes back to the point of us as humans in general. In life, we don't need another human to fulfill us. Do you know what I mean?
But
They can be an addition to our life, but they're not going to be the main factor.
But the reason I
of
felt
our
so much
life.
embarrassment is because it's like clearly looking back, it was like, how do you?
Did
fall
I
for
make you
somebody?
feel embarrassed?
You?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just wondering.
I just feel like overall, like I feel like I'm so stupid. And then I think about that weekend that I had you actively helping me try to locate this motherfucker because I was so convinced. That
Ma'am,
something
one
happened
thing
to
about
him.
me, I'm gonna help my friend out
I
here.
was so convinced that something happened to him because there's no way he would ghost me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, then I look back and I'm like, okay, I don't feel stupid for getting ghosted because his last text to me literally was, I can't wait to see you.
Yeah.
You know, he was just a piece of shit. He was a narcissist. He was looking for women to feed his ego.
Yep.
And I just fell for the trap. I was just another one because I know there's like 20 million of me to him.
Yeah.
He goes through women like me just to feed his ego. That's it, you know?
Absolutely.
Skinny dick. Period.
But like I told you though, I said the one's gonna come along. Karma always comes around in a funny way. He's gonna meet someone who he's like, damn, this is my girl, and she's gonna do the same thing to him.
Period.
You know
and
what I
I
mean?
hope so, and I can't wait.
But also, see, that doesn't even matter to us. Because at the end of the day, is your lesson from this was
Oh, ma'am, I have
to
nothing
look
to
out
do
for the
with it.
red flags.
Yeah.
Is to
And
don't
love
fall
bombing.
so fast.
If somebody love bombs you, if somebody's like you barely met them and
Yep.
they're like not giving you a chance to breathe. Like, yeah, text me every day for showing me consistency.
If you're vulnerable, if you're lonely, if you're
and
sad,
I
if you're
was that. I
yes,
was
exactly.
desperate to find somebody.
Yep.
Like I wanted to find my person.
Can I tell you this? And this is where for the longest time, like I've always told all my girls, because I have nothing but girlfriends who I'm the closest to. Nobody relates to this, and I always talk to Rosa about this. Always. As I say, why do all of my friends fall so fast, head over heels for somebody immediately within 2 days of meeting somebody, but I don't. But I don't. Girl, am I not single? Have I not been single the long list?
Yeah.
Honestly, for real, you could put me on blast right now because I'm putting it out there myself. How long has it been since I've had sex?
2 years?
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
In May will be 2 years. Girl, I want that. How long have I been single now? Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not going to, because I know that at the end of the day, my mental peace, my mental well-being, my mental health well-being is more important than looking for it within somebody else. You know what I mean? Once again, like how we were talking about how like we talked about this on other podcasts too, when I was like, how am I out here trying to date people when I'm not even comfortable with my body?
Yeah.
Like I gotta learn how to be
entertainment. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like I need to learn all those things because
But you got off, so good for you.
Huh?
You got off the app, so good.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's been a while now.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So I've always had a difficult time of relating to all you girls, and I've always told Rosa, I'm like, but I think maybe because I'm a guy, and I think that girls are just more
emotional.
Yeah, more emotional. Because I'm like, if I'm single, I haven't had sex in so long, I haven't had intimacy in so long, I haven't made out with someone in so long. Why is it so difficult for all you guys to do that?
But I think it's different because your upbringing, your childhood made you a little bit tougher than. You're not like some vulnerable.
Your mom's pretty tough, girl.
Yeah, but still, like.
I mean, I know obviously we interpret life life so differently.
But I definitely learned a lesson from that fool, and I don't blame.
I think you did.
I don't blame him at all. Like I don't blame him. Like like he shouldn't have. Like no, fuck him. He should not have love bombed me and led me on for the whole week and did all that bullshit. He shouldn't have. But then again, it's like. I fell for it.
Also, too, and like how you said, you just said right now, you don't blame him.
I don't.
So,
and he's a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit, but also his upbringing could have been that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, look at his dad. We found his dad on Instagram.
Oh, his dad is.
We found his dad on Facebook and Instagram. And one of our plots, I was so livid. I was like, I'm going to message his dad and tell him what a fucking piece of shit his son is.
No, I thought you were going to say that you're expecting his grandchild.
Oh, yeah. We were wilding when I was,
But we didn't do any of it, though.
I do. Because finally, like,
if we would have done it, I would have said it.
Oh, no, I don't have no shame. I just that, like, as time had passed, I was like, which I don't even want to hear from him. I'm so over it.
Yeah.
Like, literally. I'm so over it. It took me like a good 5 days, and then I was like, okay, I'm fucking over it.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck him. Because my whole
Dominic.
thing is like, dude, there's nothing wrong with just telling a chick you want to bang.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
Because girls want it too.
What's wrong is to lead somebody on and to feed into their vulnerable and to feed into their weaknesses or like what you see that you can take advantage of.
A shark in the water.
Tell them what they want to hear. Like, that's shitty. That's fucked up.
Yep.
There's no point in leading people. My whole thing is transparency.
Yep.
If you just want to fuck, say it. Because you don't know. Maybe, bitch, you read my mind.
I want to do the same.
But to tell somebody all these things when you're a grown ass man, I'm not here to feed your ego, sir. Yeah. Get the next bitch.
Amen.
Get the next bitch.
On that note, though, we're gonna wrap this out because I have to pee and I don't want to take another intermission. I feel like this was a whole life lesson for all of us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, make sure you guys like, subscribe.
Any questions y'all have, go ahead and pump them up.
Yes, leave the questions down below.
Would you rathers, pump them up.
Leave them whatever.
What kind of emoji do we need today?
A pink one because you're wearing pink.
My little pink outfit.
I know. Okay, literally, I'm so sorry, but I have to go pee. It's like dribbling out right now.
Bye, girlies.
We'll catch you guys in the next one. Week. Peace out, Girl Scout.